Hello, everyone! We're live!
Oh my god.
What was that, Valentin?
Oh,
I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, well, we just started. Kind of weird that you go away immediately.
I was trying to for several minutes, but someone wouldn't let me.
Jeez, I wonder who that may have been. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Blood on the Sand. Oh my god, who are these fancy people to my left? I've never seen them before in my life. We got a pair of goblins, one of which Sly is currently riding. Say hello, goblins.
Oh,
What?
hello. Hi. Guy.
I'm a bigger
I'm
guy.
just a little guy.
I love your little dancing goblin. That's so cute.
So, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Oh my god, I see that now.
It's so good.
Hello, everybody. I know we're starting a little bit later than normal today, but I appreciate all of you for your patience. Before we get started with our TTRPG tonight, this is a sponsored stream, Puzzles and Survival, a game I did not expect I would become as obsessed with as I have, but something about matching colors makes the ADHD brain juice go good. It is also the reason I haven't slept, to be perfectly honest, players.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah,
You're valid.
I might have a problem, but it makes the neurodivergent brain juice go, so I've been enjoying it greatly. It's a little bit of a surprise. If you want to check it out, getting your headquarters to level 5, as well as doing an attack on the zombie lair, helps earn the channel some funds. Thank you so much for the follow, Podge. Go eat. No, I'm running
You're
Pathfinder. I
welcome.
can't eat now. Thank you so much, Podge. Speaking of Podge and Phoebe are our new players. They are joining us for the foreseeable, hopefully permanent future as we transition off of Dungeons & Dragons into Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Why don't you say hi and introduce yourselves?
Phoebe, you go first.
Hi, hello everybody. It's me. I'm Phoebe Bane. I'm a goblin. I talk about tabletop games a lot. Mainly Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Lancer, Icon, Fate, and now Starfighter 2E.
Heck yeah. I'm Podge. I'm a goblin maid. I mostly play D&D, but I have been known to play some Pathfinder in my day. Never played 2E though, so I'm scared, and Phoebe's gonna hold my hand. Together, we will be so powerful, we will almost be the height of a real human being. I am a variety streamer, mostly do just chatting type content, talk shows, talking about body positivity, kink positivity, sex positivity, all that good stuff, and I'm really excited to play.
Excellent. Now, players, I hope that, and viewers, I hope that all of you are going to bear with me for a little bit. I am learning this system from the ground up, so we might have some rules issues, some slight hesitation on knowing how to do certain things, which is why our expert, Phoebe, is here. She's our ringer as a Pathfinder queen.
The Phoebe scream.
Thank you for the follow, Gobby Goth Gamer. Triple G, I love it.
Fuck my people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see. Podge, and, thank you for the follow, Ebby Does Art. Podge, regrettably, I never managed to get a chance to sit down with and go over the lore information of Thessalia, but, my longtime viewers should already know some of this information I'm about to come out with real quickly. I'm gonna keep information about the world pretty, tight right now, Podge, just to the current countries involved in what's happening. In our Discord chat, before all the Sirenscape links went out, you should see that I posted 2 pictures.
Yes.
Those are maps of the world. The only thing that matters are the colored-in countries for the time being. You were planning on being a goblin, correct?
I am being Podge, actually.
Oh, excellent. Well, goblins can come from just about anywhere in this setting, so you don't need to worry too much about, oh man, I need to learn everything about this one particular country, or else I'm not going to know what's going on. In addition, the way that most of the players learn about the lore information in my game is from actually playing. So you don't need to know half of what I'm going to say, and if you ever get confused, I always allow intelligence or wisdom-based rolls to remember, recall, or learn more about any information presented.
Sounds Sounds good.
So, first off, this adventure has mostly, so far, taken place in the Tsardom of Than Skaran. The world is fairly new. Being only under 2,000 years old, there are still some long-lived races, like elves and dwarves, that remember the very creation of the entire planet, as well as being birthed into existence by the gods themselves. The gods, as they tend to do, get into a big dust-up once the world is created, and this fight ends up shaping the continents, the countries, and the general world format, what it would become. Obviously, this was known as the Era of Shaping. Obviously, because it shaped things.
notes.
Oh, Undyne!
What else would it be named? Am I right?
Thank you for volunteering, Undyne. Take it away.
The era of me not giving a shit about the name of this era. Anyway,
What happened?
take it away, River.
What happened to the gods after their war, Undyne? You played a cleric.
Gods after their war?
You played a cleric. You should know
I
this.
That they have
The era-
been basically severed off from connection
It's-
to the people that are still like, or the humans that are inhabiting this place. For example, I played a cleric. I could not really have like actual contact with my deity. They
It's
could
the
not
era of
speak to
myth.
me. I could not have any form of divine intervention.
No, that's
Era
good.
myth.
That's good. Thank you so much,
Era of
Undyne.
myth.
Yeah, Era of
It
Myth is
was
the
the
next
Era of
myth.
Myth.
Yes, Era of Myth is the next myth. Good job, Pat Valentin. 1 second. The Sciencescape keeps stopping. I'm guessing that means people are joining and it's working. That's what generally means. The gods didn't exactly go to sleep so much as were forced into a nap. All of the races are aware of this, so every single... Or I guess it's ancestries now that we're in Pathfinder, isn't it? All of the ancestries are aware of their shared history. Thank you, Podge. All of the ancestries are aware of the fact that they were created for warfare. Every single ancestry was created to fight each other. Eventually, the gods, realizing that they were probably going to wreck and destroy the whole world, chose to sign a non-aggression pact, and all fucked off, not wanting to interfere with mortals for a little bit while people picked up the pieces and figured out what was going on. That was the next major era, the Era of Myth. Things went pretty well with the general mortals going around and dealing with the presents that the gods had left behind from their war, such as horrible, awful creatures, dragons, and more, before two major world events that happened on this continent triggered. Hello, Somni, thank you for coming. These two events was, first, you should see the Kingdom of Kadrin to the south of Than Skaran, little small blue country. In a series of earthquakes, the tunnel cities within the mountains fell into what is known as the Darklands, and the Darklands rose up, occupying the entire kingdom. The royal family was slain within the first 24 hours of the attack, and the entire military fell a week into the fighting. Refugees have fled that nation to the north into the deserts of Than Skaran.
Okay.
To the east, the warring provinces of Ajanshu finally united and are now known as the United Provinces of Ajanshu after millennia of constant warfare, warlords, and territory changing hands constantly. Those two major world events caused diviners to realize that they were in a new era called the Era of Glass. Nobody knows why it's called the Era of Glass just yet. Just, that's what the holy people have managed to commune with from their gods.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
How long ago did the tunnel cities fall into the Darklands?
5 years ago. Good question.
That's great knowledge for me to know. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can totally be from that nation if you want. It is relevant to what's happening as the players have decided to leave the desert, head into the mountains, and for the sake of the refugees, take back the entire kingdom. At their backs, they have a squadron on loan to them from a very powerful merchant prince, as well as the refugees that they have convinced to unite under their banner. meaning that they are doing a full-on invasion campaign now.
Oh, jeez.
Little they
Why
know...
stop at a mission when you could conquer a whole country?
Little do they know, our sister campaign, Last Stand, actually takes place in that nation and features the surviving princess of the nation. And they've just promised a merchant prince that the merchant prince can have the whole country once they liberate it. Podge, we will talk about the other nations and what backstory you wanted, if you wanted to be from anywhere else, at a later date. For now, just kind of wing it, and anytime you need specific lore information, I will give it to you based on your questions, okay?
Don't you worry, because I'm from the Darklands, and I already knew that, so...
Okay, cool. So you could have been from Kadron, and you're switching sides for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'm a little spoopy boy. Creature.
L'écriture.
We once again take to the desert port town of Nessus, located on the edge of the Blood Sands. It has been some time since the party enacted their plan to save Kadron. Letters have gone out to the various refugee leaders and camps throughout the desert with the hopes of uniting them. Thanks to Butler, I suppose he's not a Warforged now that we're in Pathfinder. What's the equivalent, Phoebe?
Automaton.
Yeah.
The automaton Butler, thanks to his help at writing your various letters, the refugees now stand united and agree that they will try to help you take back their home. People have been pouring into Nessus over the last week or so, and normally you'd have time to do all your downtime actions, but with preparing for war, you all find yourselves too busy to engage in personal projects. Several of your party members, I believe, have mentioned retirement in Nessus, rather than going on a suicide mission into the Darklands.
Cowards.
But...
Well,
I'm joking.
But you should find no difficulties recruiting new, stalwart comrades and allies out of the people flooding into Nessus by the day. We go to...
I was good.
What did you name your inn, Rye?
I don't know that he ever named
He
it.
didn't.
Rye?
He also said he might have to go
fuck,
AFK
he's
for a
on a
minute to answer
phone call.
He's got a
No,
phone.
it's fine. Sorry, I just had my mic muted.
Sorry,
So
River,
I
heads
don't
up.
believe-
Apparently you're very loud and we're very quiet.
Give me a moment.
I mean, that's because we're not saying anything, and also he's naturally very loud.
I also have allergies, so I have to keep blowing my freaking nose. That should help.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if we ever said the name aloud, but it was the Desert Lily.
The what?
The Desert Lily! The
Oh.
Desert Lily! He did not
Lily. I
say
heard
the
something
Desert
very-
Lolly!
Yeah,
He
I
did
was
not
like,
say
there's
the
fucking
Desert
lollies.
Yeah,
Lolly.
but you did.
Oh god, no.
Valentin,
let's
did you-
kill it there.
Did you...
Murder it with fire, please.
Yeah, let's move away from that. We move into the Desert Lily, where the last two remaining party regulars currently sit at a table. Zandra and Valentin. You can go ahead and take it away. You need to recruit new people. You can go ahead and chat with the old party members if you want. Go ahead.
Well, to begin with, I believe we realized a fair bit ago that whatever we're heading into is going to be very dangerous, potentially life-threatening. You know what? More than anything we've done before, there's no guarantee that we might come back in one piece. But the threat is still out there, and might still come and wreak havoc on our homelands. So,
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
and like you look over and Zandra's just like pumping weights.
I mean, ahead of time, I would have spoken with the various members of our little troop and figuring out what their motivations and ambitions were, and seeing who still wished to come with us to the Dark World and who wished to stay behind, to potentially defend against a threat that might still come from other angles. So
Hindsight's
obviously,
2020.
What?
Hindsight's 2020. If we'd known, I mean, now that we're, looking back on it, obviously it would have made more sense to find out their goals before we went on this decision, but can't change the past. Might as well find new people to go with us.
Well, I mean, again, they're still going to be very important and integral for the defense of this place. So, and they'll still be aware of the threat that's happening around us, so they'll be able to react if something happens without us here.
It's true.
For now, though,
We're leaving it in good hands. Sandra
Right.
sets down her dumbbells and goes over to a bigger weight and starts doing leg presses.
Oh my.
Meanwhile,
Amazing.
while leg presses are going on, entering into the small town of Nessus, 2 goblins. I'm assuming you guys are arriving together.
I'm not a goblin.
why?
Wait,
Why? Because
what?
they're both-
Yeah, she's a flesh dwarf.
Oh my god, she's been
She's a
talking
golem.
about it for like a week that she wants to be a flesh dwarf.
How did I miss this? Alright, are you guys arriving together or not? Phoebe?
I mean, no, I'm gonna say we're separate.
Yeah,
Okay.
totally separate.
Queuing people up has become a little bit more difficult, but that's alright. Entering in Nessus, a singular goblin. Not 2, just the one. There's a mirage.
Just one.
I mean,
The small town of Nessus, Podge, has gone through some hardship in the previous months, but is on the mend. You can still see burn marks on the various buildings from a recent raid that would have happened upon it. Despite that, the people here seem to be friendly, open, and welcoming. Many other adventurers, mercenaries, more currently walk the streets, and a quick few questions around has your attention diverted to the Desert Lily, an inn of some repute run by the adventurers who are spearheading the upcoming mission.
All right. I think at this point I've entered into the Desert Lily and kind of, had a little look-see around. I, as part of my, I have an ability to lip read. It's one of my abilities. So I've just kind of been like hanging back, checking out what these folks are saying. They look like a pretty motley crew, so I've assumed these are probably the guys.
That's
These
an
are probably the
understatement.
guys to talk to.
One of them is currently doing leg presses, and the other one is complaining.
Pretty
Yeah,
easy.
the complainer is not hard to miss on account of the complaining, and the leg press one is not hard to miss on the account of the doing exercises in the inn.
Yeah, there's. By the way, she's set up a whole indoor gym in this section of the inn. So there's
Before
all
you-
sorts of workout equipment.
Before you
I
continue,
like-
Dodge, Valentin and Valtria, please describe what your characters currently look like. You may have changed appearance after buying new clothing or getting new gear, considering the time skip that's happened.
I also like the idea that this is Lloyd's Inn, but Zandra's just turned it into a personal gym. It's just a bunch of weights and gym equipment or whatever in here.
Don't worry, me and Lloyd worked it out. I told him when I go on this mission, he can either sell the equipment or keep it. I needed it to get strong.
The
We made a
other
deal,
the other
okay?
the other half of the inn is just full of like lab equipment because I took up the other half. This is our inn now.
At least this room.
Yeah. It's actually just a cupboard. It's not very spacious. Anyway, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So the the one doing the weightlifting appears to be female. She's got blue hair and she wears kind of surprisingly she wears like a blindfold over her eyes that is it's gold. It kind of contrasts against her blue hair. She's about 5 foot tall. She's pretty strong. She's not like bulky, but she just looks strong. And I don't assume we're walking around with armor on inside the inn. So she's just wearing your typical adventuring outfit and
What is a typical
she's
adventuring
got
outfit
like
for you?
she's got like I'm assuming she's wearing
Like, are you in Lululemon?
No.
Are you in your gym gear? Are you in your
workout
gym
gear.
shark?
You know what? Fuck yeah. She's wearing like some nice booty shorts and like
fantasy
pleather for
Lululemon.
Why
working
would
out.
you work out
Oh
in
my
pleather
god.
on
Ew,
time?
that's
No,
awful.
I'm imagining like
No. I'm wearing like some like light
leather.
cotton, some
Okay.
light cotton workout shorts, like some shorts, and then she's got like a tank top on.
My God,
And you
the
see, like,
swamp ass.
She's got a giant scar across her chest and like from shoulder to shoulder, and you can see kind of on her back where like when she leans forward or whatnot that there's another big scar that goes across her back over what appears to be a stigmata. So she's got 2 giant scars, one completely cleaving her stigmata in half.
A stigmata, Podge, is
Okay.
from the nation of Rabios. Everyone born there is born with a stigmata, or without one. Being born
I
with
should-
one means that you
Right.
have reincarnated there and are now fated to live a blessed life in paradise, and you are of the upper class and the elite. Without one means that you are free labor.
You can
Sure.
also be
Okay.
born with one that is not
Favorable.
of one of the like saints.
What is the good
You
one?
could-
Yeah. If you can
Yeah.
get born with a stigmata that's considered bad and be part of the slave class, anyways. But I should clarify, she's an Azamar, but she doesn't have any like outright features that mark her as such, aside from the like bright blue hair.
Okay.
Valentin.
Yes, hello, it's me.
Hello.
A light-skinned half-elf with a neatly trimmed beard and short-cut hair on the sides with much longer on the top, which is tied up into a ponytail at the back, is draping down his neck. Across his face, he's wearing an eye patch, and the eye patch has some sort of lens attached to it. But as far as you can tell, it's just a dark lens or a dark cloth behind the lens of it. Right now, he's wearing just a red dress shirt that's he's sort of buttoned up because we're in the desert. It's fucking hot. But hanging on the side of the chair is a long leather trench coat, which on the inside seems to be lined with some sort of protective metal. And he seems to be working on some sort of contraption on the table in front of him. Just a bunch of gizmos running amok.
All right.
There's one more small note.
Yes.
The Zandra, the girl with the blue hair, reaches down as a like what appears to be like a towel kind of like slides across the floor to her, like without her touching it. And when she picks up the towel and starts wiping off her sweat, there's a small like gemstone looking scorpion who just stands there and he's Scorpius.
I am Scorpius.
Thank you, Scorpius.
I know what that is.
He raises his claws up at you, but you can't hear him, Podge. Podge, please describe what you look like now as you come in.
Alright, well, at this point, you probably haven't been paying attention to me because I'm being a little bit sneaky. I've kind of pegged the two of you as having maybe one eye between both of you. And I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be easy.
As you think that, I'm just gonna take my eye patch and I'm just gonna wipe sweat from my brow, and then I'm putting the eye patch over the other eye instead.
He has both
It's like,
his eyes working.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird fashion choices, but okay. But I'm not really paying attention to that because I am about to try to pickpocket your trench coat.
Huh. All right. Roll me a stealth, please. Valentin, I believe that this is there passive perception in Pathfinder?
Yes, it's
Wisdom, I believe.
yeah. Which your
And
wisdom modifier.
what did you describe
Wisdom.
yourself doing, Valentin? Was it being actively on watch, or was it anything else?
No, I'm working on these gizmos. So do I roll perception?
If it's passive,
No,
it's just a flat
it's-
number.
It's just gonna be what, your wisdom modifier plus 10?
Perception modifier plus 10.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What
so
if
your
I? Oh, so it doesn't matter if you're trained or anything in it. Got it.
Well, I think.
Yeah,
Well,
your
the
passive.
number would be higher.
Yeah, if you're trained, your number will be higher. But
Right. So
so since I'm sitting right next to him, is my passive perceptive also going off, or does it really not matter because I'm not the one being pickpocketed?
I don't know. How much do you care
I don't
about
mind either way.
Valentin's? How much do you care about Valentin's crap? The hesitation.
That's a good question. It's a real. I mean,
You and him have an
like
adversarial relationship most of the time.
yeah, but I was gonna say the other thing is that I'm still trying to decide some things about Zandra because she used to be from she used to be zero possessions, right? She didn't care about anything. She was a monk. She didn't care about weapons. She just wore her clothes, and that was the only thing she cared about. But now she's not that. She's a thaumaturge. She cares about the trinkets. She cares about the small things. So you know what? She probably is paying attention to things. She's more observant than she used to be.
Passive perception.
So
then.
yeah.
Phoebe, what did
It would
you?
be a 19
sorry,
for
not
me.
Phoebe, Podge, what did you end up getting?
I rolled a 21.
Okay, and now a
Yourself?
sleight of hand to successfully grab something out of his pocket.
Okay.
Are you looking for anything in particular? Money, gold, weapons? Thank you for the follow, Dylan Karai.
Shiny things. Whatever's the shiniest.
Oh boy, he has some shiny things.
And thank you for the follow, Ruin is Great
Oh,
Worm as
boy.
well. It's good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Ruru. Okay, wait. So sleight of hand would be under thievery. Ah, steal. Okay.
Thank you for the follow, Arrow Will.
13.
Okay. Meaning you do successfully sneak up to the jacket just perfectly fine. As you reach in, though, Valentin, where's your gun?
it's what I'm working on.
Good. You reach in, and there's some clinking and crackling and crunkling in his pocket. And what's your passive perception, Valentin?
I'm still trying to figure out. Is that just a flat number then?
Yeah, it's just a flat number. It's just your perception modifier plus 10.
So
And then if you're
21
trained
then?
as well. Okay.
Yeah.
He does spot you rifling through his pockets, Podge. What do you look like, Podge? As you, as you're,
Nervous giggle.
as you kind of
Um,
look up at him as he looks down at you, noticing your hand in his pocket.
So as you look down, you see a goblin, quite pale for a goblin, actually. Like a lighter green skin than most. Also not as rough looking as a lot of sort of more wild goblins would look. In fact, this one is wearing a maid outfit, and that is very odd. She's got little bows in her hair, and she has a cute little key hanging from her belt. She looks like a teeny tiny housemaid, but her outfit is noticeably like dirty and disheveled. Like she hasn't been able to change it or clean it properly in a bit. And as you look down at her, she kind of looks up and just kind of starts like rubbing the leather of the pocket that she was looking at me like, oh yeah, this is some really nice, I was just admiring your coat. This is a very fancy jacket you got here, and I just was wondering where you got it from because, like, wow, this is so smooth. What's it made of? Wow, you're so fashionable.
I point to the blacksmith across the street.
Wow, man of
Can I
few
help?
words, I see.
Can I help you with
That's
anything
very
else?
unusual
Was
for
that-
him. He's normally very talkative.
Well, my charisma went
Oh.
down, so.
there's a lore reason why he's no longer chatty. God, I only
Ah,
see this
I'm
as an
good.
upgrade.
I see.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Firing on all
Sorry.
fucking
I'm
pistons
sorry.
tonight.
Look, little child, I'm kind of busy with this new invention I'm doing. If there's anything else I can help you with, I don't mind, but...
I'd like to.
And at
Wait,
this,
is there
at this,
is there a way to like because I haven't, sorry, it's been so long since I played 2E. What would be the skill check to like tell if someone's lying?
Insight?
Sense motive, flat
Sense
perception
motive.
check.
Sense motive. Oh, sorry. Fucking my 5th edition poisoning my stupid
Sense
Pathfinder brain.
motive?
Sense motive.
I...
It's a
There's no
perception
sense motive.
thing. It's just a perception check.
Oh, it's just a perception check?
now? Okay, that's good. Kind of cool.
Because I was gonna say that's
It-
Pathfinder First Edition is sense
Probably 2nd
motive.
edition, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
still called
action.
sense motive. It's like one of the skill
Oh, it's an
checks.
action
Uh,
now, but you use a different skill to do it, so they just changed. Okay, I understand what you guys are saying.
So it's just perception.
yeah, it's perception.
Okay, so 24.
And I need a deception from Podge. Thank you for the follow, E-Rock.
17.
You,
Look,
you-
Zandra will like walk up and just like
Alright.
stand behind Podge, not like threatening. We'll just kind of like be standing nearby. You know, if you're gonna steal from us, you might as well just like tell us what you want. You look like you need some help. You hungry?
And Podge kind of turns around and, yeah, actually, you and she's like smoothing out her little dress, kind of like a little bit embarrassed now, actually, that you've like noticed this.
Just like called her out.
Lloyd!
Yeah, like that.
Lloyd! You got any bread?
Lloyd always has bread. We can get you some bread. Take a seat.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't take
Heck.
anything. I mean, it's okay.
No, I guess I did. Okay. Sure. And I kind of like, scramble up onto a chair. It's a bit high for me. I gotta do a little hook.
Zandra
Again,
will
okay.
sit like across the table from you and just. So, while we're waiting for food, what's your story?
Me, still focused on my invention, I just said, look, child, just don't do it again. You should learn from
Podge
your
now
mistakes.
sees that you're working on a gun and is like, yeah, she's like, yep, okay, sorry, sir, I'm Podge, yeah, I've had a bit of a rough time lately, and, I was just hoping to maybe, find a little snack, a little place to cozy up for the night, and, things haven't been too easy since, all the stuff with the things and you can tell that she's trying to avoid talking about like the Darklands. I'm not even gonna say
So,
have to roll,
like, I
she's
guess
just kind of
if you don't
shifty-eyeing,
say
like,
the Darklands, Zandra will just like kind of like move away from like the original question. Be like, well, if you've got, it's hard to talk about. Maybe you can just tell us, where you're from or what you're doing.
oh, here and there, and from the south,
Oh,
the deep south.
yeah.
The
Interesting.
the
That's
dark
where we're headed
south.
next. Are you
Really?
Yeah. Are you?
Where are you?
Wait. Are you from? Fuck. What is it called?
Cadron.
Are you from Svelland?
Oh, that's a little further south than I thought.
Yeah. She said all the way south. So are you from Svelland?
Yeah, she did say deep south. She did
That's
say
as deep south as it
south.
gets. So are you from Svelland?
Yeah, around there, kinda.
Oh,
You
interesting.
don't look. You don't look
wonder
or
you look
sound
so-
Svelish to me.
Well,
You look too
I
dainty to
kinda
be
move
Svelish.
around. Oh, you call
Hey,
it
not-
dainty, and when you call her dainty, she like pulls out her little broom that she's carrying around for some weird reason, and like points it at you, like, and you see like a flash of her like sharpened teeth.
Where are your parents, child?
Would you like to hit him with your broom?
Yeah.
Sandra doesn't
I'm
intervene. She
considering
just
doing
sits
a
there
bong.
smiling at this scenario where Valentin's about to get smacked. She's always down for that.
Have you never seen a goblin before?
I finally actually turn over to look at you. Oh, you are indeed a goblin. Sorry, you were very pale. You're very pale for being a goblin. So I thought it was just the sunlight playing tricks on me.
No, I did. I don't get out much. The sun, it's overrated.
So you haven't
Don't get
been in
out
the
much.
desert long then?
That's very interesting.
No.
Svelland's got lots of sunlight.
I guess
yeah, I
that would
prefer
mean
the
that you,
shade.
so, like, underground?
I mean, you got
Yeah,
a maid
you could
outfit
say
on. Are
that.
you just like a permanently indoor maid?
Yeah.
Are you
No,
being
the,
abused?
The house that I served, not a lot of windows. I mean, do I look like? And then Podge kind of looks at herself and like her disheveled outfit, and she's like, "Fair point."
Are you between work right now? What happened to your previous master?
Yes. I'm definitely between work right now. And I'm just kind of looking for, a new, vocation.
Well, the inn
Um,
here probably could hire you. They could always use some, cleaning ladies. I'm sure that they need someone to help clean room, stuff like that between
Or-
guests.
Well,
Or if nothing else, there's also the mercenary company. They have an automaton named Butler. He could use a maid.
you guys got a butler?
No, we
No,
don't.
but the
the
mercenary-
military does.
Why the military have a butler? That's weird.
No. His name is Butler.
So he's a butler and his name is Butler?
No, it's an automaton named Butler.
Yeah, that's
Sir,
exactly
I don't even
it.
know what
Mhm.
that is.
Standing as still as a statue.
You're saying, I like your funny words. I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Standing as still as a
I like your funny
statue
words,
in the corner of the inn, completely unnoticed thanks to his natural stealth. All of a sudden, a mechanical voice speaks up. Your eyes turn to a slightly rusted metal contraption, kind of mixed with some fleshy parts throughout it. It's bald, quite large and broad-shouldered, and the color of burnt copper. My designation is Butler. I am the perfect second-in-command for any military commander, young goblin. How may I be of assistance to you today?
Wow, you guys got some cool butlers up on this side of the, rust.
I am appreciative of
Again.
the compliment. Thank you.
Man, back where I come from, we're a lot more squishy than this guy. Anyway, you said what way did you say you were heading again?
Where we're headed? We're headed to Kadron. We're seeking to push back the Underdark and retake the country.
Co-commanding
If possible.
officer Zandra, this unit would recommend you do not so willingly leak our campaign and battle plans, especially to the enemy.
To the enemy?
What enemy?
Goblin
Just a little
tribes
guy.
were reported as part of the aggressors in the attack on Kadron.
No. I don't know anything about goblin tribes.
Could I roll a knowledge check on that?
You may.
Would that be? Could I lore? What would that be? What, no,
A history would be appropriate.
I'd say
history.
probably society if it's dealing with a group of people.
Society. Okay.
Society would work as well. Thank you very much, Phoebe.
That is the one.
Is
There's no
another
history.
24.
You got a 24?
That'd be another 24. Yeah.
Jesus, you guys are on fire today.
I've got a. Just so you know, Zandra is now way better than before. She's way smarter at everything.
Butler is correct, but not always were the goblins willing participants in the war. From the various other ancestries of the Darklands, the goblins make for a very easy, exploitable, manipulated, and expendable front line of shock troops.
Sorry, and can you? Sorry, I feel really dumb. Can you remind me who's this talking? The name?
Butler! Butler!
Butler. Oh, this is Butler. Okay, guys.
This is Butler.
Butler, I would prefer if you didn't accuse all of our guests of being enemies when we don't know. Most goblins, as far as I know, as my knowledge gives me, that goblins were not willing participants in it. They were forced into their duties against their will.
Of course, Commander! Should I reset my kill priorities to have goblins lowered down on the list?
Yes.
Very good. Resetting kill priority task list. And the automaton stares at you with these kind of mechanical, cold, blue, fiery eyes, Podge. And it just stares at you for a long moment before saying, recalibration complete.
I don't like your butler. He's weird. But yeah, I do some duties here and there. I've been known to duty, but not that kind of duty.
So are you from the Underdark?
Darklands.
Darklands, sorry. Are you from the Darklands?
Yeah, and I kind of need to get back that way, because, this is really hard for me. I'm just a little guy. I'm very out of my element. And I'm just trying to find something that got left behind.
Well,
What did you leave behind?
perhaps you can go with us.
I'll know it when I see it.
Okay.
Searching for something, but you don't know what it is.
You
I
do
mean,
realize
I
that
don't know
going in,
It's not uncommon.
Looks
Going-
like.
going to the
I know what it-
Darklands now is very dangerous. You have to understand.
Well, I mean, maybe, just if you're headed down that direction, maybe you could just drop me off. I'm not really in a place to go it alone right now, and, I haven't had much to eat, and sleeping
We're
up
not
here is
really
really
in-
hard. It gets really bright.
This isn't really a daycare road trip that we're undertaking. This is
Hey, I can
like a
handle
military campaign.
myself. And,
Right.
and-
so,
and-
what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. It would be very dangerous.
and
Go ahead, Podge.
at that, I'm gonna, summon my familiar.
Oh, wonderful. What's your familiar?
You see on a table, kind of like a couple tables back from Podge, a teapot that doesn't really look like it belongs in this particular inn. And Podge kind of she snaps her fingers, and the teapot comes levitating over. And the lid opens just slightly, and all you can see inside of it is like an inky blackness, and like what might be teeth.
As this happens... Oh, sorry, carry on, Podge.
Oh, no, go ahead.
As this happens, Zandra, Scorpius raises both of his clicker claws up high and says, "In all my years, I am Scorpius, and I have never seen such trickery." As your little scorpion says that.
Not a
Wait,
trick.
he says in all his years. If remind me, isn't he like he was a normal scorpion before he got turned into this, right? Like he didn't have like an especially long life.
No,
then he was asleep for a long time, wasn't he?
As far as you know, Scorpius has made several claims about his backstory, including being an emperor.
He is truly just a little guy.
He's just a little guy. He's
just a little man.
Yeah, well.
I love Scorpius already. We're gonna be best friends.
He's amazing. You see something new every day.
All I'm saying
World
is
is full of
Should I show
oddities.
we're heading into danger, and we can't really, without reason, bring someone along that can't handle themselves. So if you want to come with us, you need to be expected to also get into danger. Do you understand what I mean?
And as you say that, I am gonna cast Grim Tendrils, and what you see is like out from the teapot, these like dark, gross, shadowy, kind of like goopy looking tendrils appear and kind of like linger around the sides of your face. Like they don't actually touch you, but they're like poised to like strike if Podge wants.
Reevaluate and kill priority! And you hear a wee coming from the corner as Butler seems to be charging up his chest cannon.
Zandra
boy.
stands up and stands in front of Podge, between Butler and Podge. Stand down, Butler!
Standing down! Immediately the
Podge kind of giggles. Podge kind of giggles and goes, "It's okay, Mims. We're good." And the little tendrils kind of turn into like this gross looking tongue and just kind of lick your face before they recede back into the teapot.
And what that tongue do? I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no. Not the little teapot mans.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, Podge, if you're capable, then we'll gladly take any help we can get.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact, we need more help. More than
right.
just you can provide.
So, Podge, go up to the innkeeper. His name is Lloyd. Ask for a loaf of bread, and then come
I mean,
with
we
us. I
called
guess.
on
and-
Lloyd. Could he have just gotten
Hey,
at this point?
well, he ignored us, so apparently we need to go over to the counter. This is one of those
For
bars.
Oh my-
the sake of brevity and being able to include some more people at this table, Lloyd, bread is given, bread is traded, bread is received.
Yes.
Who would like to be the next character that we introduce? All right, I'm
Don't all speak up at once.
Podge getting bread.
I'm voluntolding someone. One moment. Sly! What was your character's ancestry again? Your new one?
Human.
Oh. Wonderful. And your backstory? Just your
I hadn't
background.
put a...
That
my
is
background.
the most accurate Scorpius I have seen anyone draw as of yet, because yes, he does have those big eyebrows. I've always pictured him with that.
Yes!
I am Scorpius!
Oh my god!
You can see it in the art channel on my
Yes!
Discord. Thank you so much, Lorelai.
Yes!
That
That's
was beautiful.
beautiful.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
It's just two pieces of seaweed.
Sly,
beautiful.
background, what are you doing in Nessus? Why don't you know the town pretty well? I don't need to cue you in like I did Podge. Go ahead and cue yourself in.
Crap. I'm not
Thank you
ready.
for the follow, Garden Variety Necromancer.
You're not ready. Come on, Sly.
Meanwhile, seated at a table across from all of you is a regular-looking human. His, a loaf of bread partially towards his mouth, having witnessed this entire affair. That would be you, Sly. Go ahead if you want to get involved. You've been looking for a job, probably.
Well, originally I was going to say I was hired as a scout to guide them in the Darklands.
That works then, too. You're a scout who's been hired to guide them in the Darklands. You haven't found a chance to introduce yourself to them yet, as your crippling social anxiety has kept you in this corner.
Oh no, it's too real! Take it out!
Podge! Podge, while you're at it,
Thanks
Yes.
for calling me out
We
like
do-
this, River.
You're welcome, Sly.
we do have our scout that's sitting over. Why don't you guys yourself? He hasn't even to us yet.
You're cutting in and out, Valentin.
Yeah.
Why don't you go introduce yourself to the scout sitting over there in the corner? He hasn't even introduced himself to.
Into us yet. Yeah.
Sly, what do you look like? As
And
suddenly
Podge's like, okay.
Everyone turns to you, Sly. What do you look like? They're all staring
We
at
wave
you.
at him.
Everyone's waving. And staring. And staring and waving. And waving and staring.
I'm waving a piece of bread.
There's a piece of bread being waved. Scorpius waves at you too. Butler does not.
My gun waves at you.
Oh my god.
Can you just come back to me later, River? I'm kind of feeling unwell tonight.
Okay, yep, I'll come back to you, Sly. No worries. In that case, Riley. It wasn't a scout sitting in the corner. It was whoever you are.
You would have noticed sitting in the corner a very sort of menacing presence, as there appears to be a skeleton.
Oh shit! Right, I forgot. Hold on, I actually have an
Literally
idea.
just a skeleton.
I have an idea for you. I forgot that you were a fucking skeleton.
I was like, damn, guess I'm just sitting here now.
Undyne, it wasn't a
Oh
skeleton,
my
nor
God.
was it a skeleton.
The door slams open.
It was a you.
As you see
There
this
go.
sort of aquiline-looking creature, a big old hunk of a babe with huge mommy milker arms. I don't know why I said mommy milker arms. Please just bear with me. With
She
huge,
milks
huge
mommies.
arms made for milking mommies.
Hold up. We gotta
And she
go
says,
back a little bit.
"Hark!"
We gotta go back a little
What?
bit.
Why?
Mommy milker arms. What are you
Fuck
milking?
off! I told you to ignore me.
Mommy.
Are you milking the mommy, or are you a mommy with arms
No.
that milk?
My
I'll
arms
be
are
mommy.
made for milking mommies. I was
I'll be
born
the
to
mommy.
milk you. You were born to be milked by me. It's
Ladies-
a tale as old as time.
Ladies
I don't
of
know
the
what you
table,
want.
ladies of the table, I would now like you to all describe what you think would be arms made for milking you if you were a mommy, I suppose.
Oh my god!
What kind of
I mean,
arms would
it-
those look
Buff.
like?
She'd have
Well-
to be buff, and she'd have to
Buff.
have like soft, like well taken care of hands.
But
You
like
know?
really big forearms, like the grip strength.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. It's just lactate acid at the point. That's how much she's
I think
been
you
using
mean
her
let's be
arms.
honest, but okay.
Lesbian.
So you see this big hunkin' fucking hulk of a woman, come in, and there's this like Fabio hair sweep moment as she opens the door, and her hair just like perfectly kind of cascades to the side.
There
And she says,
she goes. There
"Hark!
she goes.
Have you
again."
seen a foul creature lurking about? I have tracked it for many an hour, I think. I don't know how much time has passed. Anyway, yeah, there's some fucking thing out here.
Zandra immediately, like,
There's
Zandra
two
immediately,
fucking things out here! Someone yells outside the inn.
Zandra immediately, like, bolts up, right? Hold up, I think I saw it in my bedroom. If we could just, come this, it's upstairs. I think I saw it in there. I promise.
Poor maiden, to be besieged by such a creature in the comfort of your very bedroom.
I briefly look up and I say, Deirdre, you sound very different. Oh, sorry,
I hate you. Stop
some
it.
past memories. They're difficult to forget. Sorry, who are you?
You seem a trustworthy sort.
What would you say to
She,
the guy
looks
with an
back
eye
and
patch?
forth, as though she's
And a
waiting
goblin.
for somebody. Yeah, no, she trusts you implicitly. She looks back and forth, as if trying to see if anybody's listening.
Monsters! You hear screamed from outside the inn again.
Zandra rushes forward, shuts the door. Ignore them.
No, I must answer the call. And she flings open the door with her huge mommy milker arms that we previously established.
I just want Zandra to be in front of the door. Open it. It was fucking fun.
Well, there goes that
want,
character interaction.
Yeah.
It just means like you opening the door with Zandra in front of it, sending her flying.
Yes.
Because you yes.
Swunk, she accidentally bops you in the head, and like momentarily has that weird kind of pause that people can get if they're like, "What do I do? Do I take care of you? Do I take care of this? What do I pay attention to first?" Ah! And then she settles on going outside to see who's screaming about a monster, a foul creature.
Thank you for the follow, Runeborn. With the door flung open, those of you who can see into the dusty, sandy streets see that the militia that you guys have trained, the constabulary that you prepped. Thank you for the follow, Peculiar. Currently stand in a semi-half circle, spears drawn, pointed, and set against two individuals standing in the street. Phoebe, even if you didn't arrive with Rye's character, by happenstance from looking really weird, the two of you have been lumped in together. Both of you describe your characters and what you're currently doing, as the militia is very clearly worried about your presence here. We'll start with Rye.
Okay, so you will see a very large skeleton, around 7 feet tall. The best way I have to describe it is kind of like a bone claw, except less flesh, more bone, less
What's a
big
bone
hands.
claw look like for the people who don't know? Describe in detail what you look like.
So basically, all you could see is a cloaked lower half, followed by like a skeletal upper body, as well as a cloak around the neck and down the back, with a skull for a head. This particular skeleton also has a tail.
And Phoebe.
You can't see any of my character's body. It's completely covered in, like, a long cloak, completely covering, like, their face, their entire body shape for the most part, but you can tell that they are probably huge. They're about 7.5 feet tall. And
Jesus.
and yeah, they're really tall and like wide built is what you could probably assume just based on like the width of their shoulders and shit like that. And what I am doing is you see them just like from a hand underneath their cloak, they produce a flower towards the guards.
It's got a weapon! Someone screams.
Your party magic will not save you, other. Actually, I'm not quite sure who you are. I did not see you while tracking this other creature. I don't know if they are a danger or not, guardsmen. At ease. She says to the guards as if she actually like is in any control over what's going on right now.
I'm
Zandra will
Gonna
walk
make-
up, like rubbing her
Hold on,
head.
Valentin.
What's going on?
Valentin, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I stand up and put on my coat and I go outside as well. This might come as a surprise, but this isn't even our first a skeletal
Our first what?
being and
Encounter.
encounter
You got cut
with
out.
a skeletal being in the past month, 2 months.
Ah, so you are familiar with creatures of this report? Of this report? I can't work right now. I hate it. Okay.
I can't.
You're,
I don't know
familiar
where your
with creatures
character.
of this portment?
I don't know where your character starts and where your character ends. Fine.
Neither do I. I feel like I'm wearing a suit that's just a little too big. It doesn't quite
Initiating.
fit my body.
Initiating spell and grammar check mode. You hear from behind you, Undyne.
And grammar check mode? Oh, I thought you meant spell as in like casting a spell, not like grammar check. Okay, I understand.
Zandra, you.
Podge is also kind of like looking to what's going on outside too, and like sees the skeletal shape and is like, oh now
Yes.
now I'm starting to see some folks that make me feel a little more at home.
You know, you have
Zandra
expertise
walks
in
up
this, Zandra.
Zandra walks up rubbing a comically large, like, like, knot
Goose
on her
egg.
forehead. Yeah, goose egg. Where she got fucking clocked by the door. This would be, would this be society to identify? Or how would I
The kind of
identify?
undead?
Yeah,
Society
the kind
sounds
of
about right.
There's also, would I ever use my esoteric for this?
I would also allow an esoteric, I think. Right, Phoebe?
Yeah, there's that one thing that lets you pick. You have that one feat that lets you just use your esoteric lore for everything.
Let's see. As well as tales. So you become trained in esoteric lore, especially that can be used to recall knowledge regarding haunts, curses, and creatures of any type. But that can't be used to recall knowledge on other topics. So I can recall lore on any creature, but just not other topics. So this
Society
should be
would
applicable
be
here.
better. Society would be better because
How's the-
esoteric, you're only going to find information about him being a skeleton and not about the societal structure of sentient skeletons.
Gotcha. Fair
Unless
enough,
you have
fair
the
enough.
diverse lore feat.
Wait, I might. Sorry.
I was just gonna ask them. A giant skeletal and cloaked figure. Who are you?
Oh, I've got dubious knowledge, which
Oh,
is even more
same.
entertaining.
I got that too.
Where I can
Stand back,
recall
citizen!
knowledge and
You cannot trust the words of creatures such as this.
okay.
When
ahead.
asked for my name,
It's fine. I'll just I'll just not do it. It's fine. I won't do my class thing.
Go ahead and roll, Feltry. I'm
You
waiting
can
on
do
it.
your class thing.
Okay, so you want me to just roll society? Got it. That's fine. We'll just stick with that. A 22.
Not all skeletons are mindless killing machines. Some retain
Hashtag
some
not
of their
all skeletons.
former personality, as well as a semblance of the life that they once lived.
Okay, and then I will roll for the other creature. A 22 as well.
Roll for pile of clothes.
Close.
I need a perception first
Close.
to make out its physical
Oh.
features.
Oh.
Oh, bye.
It's
gone.
There we go. 20.
I'm gonna say a 20 gets past your cloak, Phoebe, to make out some stuff underneath.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to describe some of that underneath stuff?
What you're able to like make out faintly is you just see like what is half of a humanoid, and then shadowed underneath the cloak is the other half seems to be like a writhing mass of tentacles and vines.
That's hot.
You wouldn't see it because she's wearing a blindfold, but Zondra's eyes go wide in surprise. And then the 22 on discerning what do I know what this creature is?
You have speculations. It could be a Goron, which is an intelligent sort of plant person, or a flesh warp, someone whose form was created or radically transformed by magic.
Wow. I never thought to see either of these here. I don't suppose they don't seem violent. Forgive me, why are you here? We've got you're a skeleton, yes? And you Zandra will walk up close and lean in. Are you a flesh warp? She tries to whisper to you without revealing it to everyone. She'll tentatively take the flowers. Thank you.
And then, yeah, she'll do a little bowing gesture a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. I have echo. Sorry, I have an echo, by the way, from somebody somewhere, according to chat. Is that a yes to my question?
I know not what I am, but they call me Oasis.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You come here for peaceful reasons?
Something
Bit
of
late.
the sort.
A bit late if it had been for peaceful reasons.
The sands move like the tides and carry information just the same.
I would like to get back to this undead creature that is it's just standing here casually and not menacing. Don't your kind usually menace? Or at least quake in fear at my indomitable presence? I'm
certainly feel menaced.
quite confused.
One of the guards yells, I certainly feel menaced right now.
Stand down, they're not
soiled
harmful.
Trousers notwithstanding,
They're not here to menace you.
But they seem to be doing a good job of it anyways.
That's just because you're a sissy.
Wow.
That's a very questionable term.
That's not the term I would have used.
We can discuss grammar later.
So, hello, large skeletal person. I'll wave.
Oh my god, it's
That is not a person. That is a creature.
Well,
I'm a creature. What's your point?
Let's see
I
what
like
it's.
that I'm being interrogated, or being. I shouldn't use the word sissy, and you guys are just being straight racist to him. It's okay. It's fine.
I'm used to hunting undead as a part of my oath. This has nothing to do with speciesism.
What's your name?
The name's Sam.
Hank?
Hank?
Yeah.
Sam.
Sam?
Oh, you meant the skeleton, not me.
Oh!
Fucking guard that fist his pants still.
I was getting so confused. I was like, I heard Rai say something, and then River said something. I was like, oh, did River just clarify what he was hearing? Because I couldn't hear it.
I thought there might have been a second skeleton. I was really perplexed for a second there.
No, sorry, your name is San?
Sam, yes.
No fucking
Perhaps
way.
you're some kind of lich, and that's why you are able to conduct speech with other people.
Wait,
Seeming far more.
what is that sound I'm hearing in the distance? Sounds like megalovania?
Oh no.
It is not Sam, it is Sam. There is an M. M is important.
Not Sans.
Sam, as in sandwich.
Sandwich.
Sam?
Yes, exactly.
Your name is
I'm gonna
Sam.
call you. I walk up to this skeleton named Sam and I go, I'm gonna call you Sandwich because you look delicious.
Oh shit! A goblin! Where the hell did that come from?
Leave this creature alone.
What? Who are you?
She's done
You don't
nothing
give
to
me
harm you.
orders. He does.
I
and they
kind of
point
like.
at the left.
I want to stand in a relatively. I want to stand in an imposing way, like interposing myself between, Podge and the guard.
You do so.
I said, leave
while,
the lady alone.
While all of them are like
I'm
having
a
their little
lady?
fighting. So, Sam,
Yes.
why are you here?
I'm just looking for an old friend.
I mean, how old? Like, I don't mean to be offensive when I say.
Looking for an old friend sounds like something a skeleton would say before stabbing you.
Yeah, how
Does
old?
he have a sharp implement in his hand?
Is your friend all like the same as you, or is it? Are they alive?
I do not know.
Great.
Have I mentioned how bizarre this feels to me? What are we even doing? Discussing something with this creature.
Look, to you, this might be a disgusting creature. To me, this. Sorry, it's not Tuesday in this world. It's whatever day it is.
Podge.
Yeah.
I heard you about to say something. I'm chiming in so you can. Thank you for the follow, Sugar Silk.
Oh no, I just I look at Sam. I look at Sandwich, and I ask, so like, did you ever have like outsides once, or have you always just been insides?
I did have outsides once upon a time.
Wow, that's cool. I'm just like enthralled by this skeleton man.
All right, Sam. If that really is what your name is.
Yeah, if that's really what your name is.
No, it's Sans.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't lop your skeletal head off as you stand here.
Yeah, give us one good reason.
I give
Because I
a
haven't
look to that
lopped your
fucking
heads
guard.
off?
Like I'm gonna cut his head off if he doesn't stop fucking talking.
You want my help? You don't want my help? I see how it is.
What did you say? Sorry, Rye.
Because I haven't lopped your heads off.
That's a very convincing argument.
It's better to be proactive than reactive. So I'm proactively asking why I should deign to keep you alive.
Isn't that what villains do?
I mean, he doesn't look very alive.
Yeah, isn't the whole thing that heroes react to what villains do, and villains are the ones that act first?
I don't know. I never knew that there was an official rulebook published on the matter.
It's just what happens.
Is this
in
first
most-
edition heroics or second edition heroics?
If you read more books, you'd probably see the tail trend.
Anyway, all of you, gods and everything alike, if they were truly hostile, considering how you've acted so far, a couple of you would probably be lying on the ground dead already.
I think we can
As
take them,
such, I mean, yeah, eventually with numbers, but, you know, the main point here is they clearly are not hostile. So at the very least, we could at least hear them out.
There's this kind of weird, as you're stating this, like very, very logical thing, like giving any person the benefit of the doubt, regardless of what they look like or where they come from. There's this very weird look that flits across this aquatic being's face, and they relax their grip on their sword and just kind of silently nod to you.
For instance, like, I think we just really brushed this off, but I don't know much about your heritage, for instance.
I am always happy to discuss it.
I've already forgotten your name because of everything that was going on.
I never gave it.
Neither did the
that would
goblin.
explain
Everything
it.
that was going on.
Neither did the goblin, by the way. The only person who's given their name so far at all has been the skeleton.
And
No,
Right, you
she,
name when we
yeah,
were sitting at
Phoebe
the
said
table.
Oasis. Yeah,
yeah,
we've
Phoebe
heard
too.
Podge, we've heard Oasis. And
Oh, wait.
Oasis,
Oh, yeah,
her name
Podge
is
did say it.
Oasis.
Yeah, never mind. I'm wrong. Carry on.
Mr. Face blindness. Anyway, I don't know what you are, but you seem like someone that would fare much better in a more aquatic situation.
speaking of, I am parched beyond measure.
Right. Do you need us to tap up a bath for you?
Water, please.
I can just.
We're not
you
going.
See
We're not.
Oasis.
We're not going to spit on you.
No, you see Oasis just hold out her hand and just splash you with water.
She
I can lick you if you
drinks
want.
it without second thought. God, that voice is harder to sing when I'm not hydrated. You've never seen my kind before?
I don't know.
It's not unusual.
It's a new.
We are in the desert.
I mean, I wouldn't know. It's a new system. I don't know what have anymore.
Is it an uncommon?
Yes.
Okay, then could I roll to determine society?
For sure.
12.
You're actually unfamiliar. Undyne. History-wise, your people have only joined civilization very recently.
It's very recent.
You're from the southwest. You remember that continent I said that was mostly jungle and terrible?
Yep.
Your people live in the waters around there. So in this area, you're actually practically unheard of.
Yes.
I've actually also never seen or heard of your kind before.
That's not that's not altogether unexpected. Very few of my kind have ventured away from where we come from. And so
And you are a long way from home, then.
Yes. I am a very long way from home.
Either way,
Frankly,
I-
all of you are pretty weird looking except for that skeleton guy. He's the only normal looking guy here.
okay.
You have a strange criteria for normal.
I don't think anyone can be considered normal in current company. Militiamen, please stand down. We'll take it from here. Go back to your posts.
Yes, sir! And the constabulary disband.
Right. Now that there's a lot fewer onlookers, how about we move inside out of the blistering sun?
That would be great. I'm dying
I
out
would
here.
appreciate that very much. I also would really appreciate a glass of water as soon as one of you can manage it.
We can get you water inside. Come in.
Everyone just starts spitting.
I was just saying,
I feel like-
I just lick you.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I feel like for the rest of this campaign, Undyne's spit fetish is now going to be brought up a lot.
What? Undyne's? Excuse me? Why am I being brought into this? That's very rude.
Also, did you say anything about spit? Isn't Valentin the one that brought this up?
I
Yeah,
think a few
Valentin's
people-
the one who
well,
keeps
Podge,
talking about
Podge
spit.
has also talked about licking you repeatedly now.
Yeah, but licking is less weird than
Yeah.
being spat on, I think,
More base.
arguably.
Wait, isn't it like the
Yes, I
same
agree.
thing? In the end, there's drool
more
on face.
base.
No, it is
No,
not!
There's a big difference.
One is more personal, I guess, getting licked than
Yeah,
getting
River,
spat.
do you want to be licked in certain areas, or do you want someone just to spit on you and not be it? It's very different.
I think he's the very worst person to ask that question. To
Yeah,
be
I don't
honest.
think- I don't think we want-
Valentin, speaking as someone who's been friends with River for a very long time, is like, no.
It's like,
back up.
it's like, River, do you prefer to be licked or spit? His answer is yes.
Yeah, honestly, either sounds like a good time, but normally I'm the one that does both the licking and the spitting.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
right. So we have this cardboard cutout of a human. I'm gonna just move it. See if someone is sitting behind it.
You're moving the teacup to see if someone's sitting behind it?
No. He's looking for
The
Sly.
yeah.
Huh? What?
He's looking for Sly.
Don't worry about it. Sly, I've DM'd and said that he can join in whenever he's feeling up to it. You don't need to.
Okay.
You don't need to cue him in. Just carry on.
Okay. Well, I suggest we all move inside, and so we move inside.
All right.
Got it, Chief.
Welcome to the inside of the inn named the Desert Lily.
Why was it named the Desert Lily? Doesn't look much like a lily to me. It's too round and... I mean, it's too square.
Well,
and
okay. Then
wood-shaped.
what's your name?
My name?
Yes.
I can tell you if you can be discreet.
You can give me just something that I can call you by if you're not feeling comfortable with sharing your name.
You can refer to me as you for the time being.
You as in, like, the pronoun, or as in, like, how's that spelled?
The letter. The letter U.
Ah.
Finally, a name I can spell. Huh? I
No,
like you
not
already.
you.
Yeah, you. Hey, you.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
is you.
right.
Would you
and
like
me
any-
is
I get it.
Podge.
I get it. Oh.
Hmm. Anyway. So, you, my name is, Valentin Dolk. First of my name, this is Zandra. I guess we are the two remaining original troop.
In what? Some
We
kind
are
of a boy
correct.
band or troop of what? Minstrels? Choirs.
Adventurers.
Are you bards?
Yeah, we have our
Well-
own. We have our own troupe. We used to perform all across the country. Unfortunately, we lost our drummer and our fiddle. But you know, it's okay. We're putting it back together. We're trying to make a show. Do any of you play instruments?
The only instrument
honestly-
that I play is murder, but only of foul creatures that deserve it.
I'm gonna
To my
sit
discretion.
down and I'm gonna rub my temples and I'm gonna think the dark ones.
Sometimes I play an instrument, but that costs extra.
What?
Whoa.
Don't worry about it.
I
Anyway,
can
hi
play the
you.
instrument in your pants for a very special fee.
I can play the pants snake.
Oh no!
It's called a skin flute.
Yes. It's
It's made of the
It's made
skin
as an
of the
instrument?
damned, and it's really difficult, and it takes a really long time to learn. It's from the hells. It's actually really cool. It sounds kind of like a million screams all coalescing into a perfect harmony.
Reassessing
What a-
kill priority.
What a wonderful story. Either way,
Thank you.
we're currently planning an expedition to. Well, it's no longer so much as planning; it's just going to implement an expedition going into the Darklands to retake Hadron, and we are, looking for other willing adventurers to come with us.
Well, I think we already assessed. I'm ready and raring to go.
Yes, you will be our third in command.
Raring to go
I get to
where?
make rules.
And we haven't still addressed this skeletal being named Sam, which is a very weird name for a skeleton.
He seems like a nice dude.
He's not a
He
dude,
seems
he's a
friendly enough.
skeleton.
They
He's not
seem friendly
he's
enough.
a skeleton.
I'd use dude as a general neutral term.
Also, I know nothing about your kind. How do we know that you're a peaceful kind? Seems like you're passing an awful lot of judgment for someone we know nothing about.
That's something that could be determined by my charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talents. I don't know why I need to when RuPaul in my brain.
What about our friend in the cloak? She sounds pretty.
That is actually why I came here.
Because you're pretty.
Oh,
'cause you're
just
pretty?
'cause that.
You want to go down to the
I
Darklands?
just think she's neat.
Yes. I had a feeling that this would happen, and everyone can use a guide through the sands and, something to keep you alive.
Yeah,
A guide
business down
certainly
there.
is
Are you
useful.
Do you have business down there, or are you just looking for adventure?
I just help where I'm needed.
Well, you're in the right place, I guess, then. Do you need help?
And I just create like a little bubble of water and just float it over to you.
It's not
Why'd
you,
you say, like-
it's you. God.
No, it's you now.
Oh, that makes me sad.
I think we
No,
improved
I,
on the name.
she kind of like puckers her lips to try to suck in the water bubble, but like misses it a few times, and so just like sucks at the air until she finally gets it
Commanders,
and like happily slurps.
Yes.
if the matter of settling your adventuring party is completed, please let me know when you are ready for me to present the battle strategies that I have come up with upon entering Cadron. All the refugees have, as of today, arrived and gathered in Nessus. We are ready to move out at your command.
Right.
Sandra
we'll
looks
get
over
to
to
that.
Valentin.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment, please. Keep calm and carry on.
Yes, sir.
So,
Initiating keep calm protocols. With subroutine carrying on.
Oh
I'm
my
having way
god.
too much fun with this.
so Sam,
Yes.
you said you're looking for a friend.
An old friend, yes.
Do you know where this friend could be?
My hands like tighten on my sword, and my eyes narrow at Sam while this conversation is happening. Like it's just very uncomfortable for everybody watching this exchange. It looks too much like an interrogation and not like just a question being asked.
I've heard rumors that they may be somewhere around the ruins of Cadron.
So you too have a reason to go down to the Darklands.
Yes.
Do you have any special skills? Any talents? Oh, okay. In what way? Magic? Sword? Bow and arrow?
Being undead and foul, necromancy, black magic.
I don't know, it
Magic is
smells
my
pretty
current
good to me. It doesn't
expertise.
smell foul.
So-
you mentioned necromancy as something that you're very against, and Zonder starts to sweat.
Offensive spells, then, I take it?
Of course.
Did you just, did Sam have armor, or, is he just a naked skeleton?
He's wearing, robe bottoms and a sort of cloak-like cape thing. But his arms and, chest are unarmed in the front.
I cross my arms. Do you know mage armor?
Go.
No.
For the record,
Well, the
my
door is
previous
over
character
there.
Was a wizard who did not know how to cast mage armor and refused to learn it.
The door is over there.
A wizard, not a mage.
Thank you for your application, but you are no longer required. Thank you. Bye bye. Right. Okay. And are you sturdy in combat, or are you brittle?
I'm quite sturdy.
Thank you. Oasis, was it?
Yes.
I've seen that you can create some manner of water effects. I take it you two wish to join our expedition?
For as long as you'll have me.
And I assume your skills are related to that? Water effects?
Oh my god.
The tricks.
He's never done an interview before. He's sweating.
It's quite a job
So,
interview.
your skills are related to the
know.
job you're applying for right now.
I would like to point out that this is the first time I have interviewed a skeleton.
No, this is this is adorable and literally perfect for Valentin. I just think it's just very funny.
My charisma has dropped, so
Yeah.
Anything water or plant related, I can manipulate.
Wait. Can you, just out of curiosity, could you, grow food?
And
Like,
you see,
say, Go on.
Oasis bends down and takes her arm out from underneath her cloak and puts her hand behind your head and be like, "What's this behind your ear?" and pulls out a fully ripened fruit.
What kind of fruit?
It's similar to a mango type of fruit.
how did that
A
get
juicy
there?
It's bubblegum.
J- Where? What even is that? It smells weird. Can I have it?
You may.
You're
We
hired.
went for your own personal use.
Listen, you
Are
said I
you-
was third in command, and as third in command, I say that Oasis is hired.
And clearly, they will be necessary for my needs regarding water, and a steady supply of it, because I, of course, will be coming.
Yes, the
I
person
like your
that is
attitude.
the person that's very adamant about everyone else's can't even disclose their own name.
Yes, precisely. Is there
Right.
some part that you do not understand that you would like me to explain?
No, crystal clear.
You seem like you'd need a lot of things explained to you.
Thank you for the follow, Munchkin Lestray.
I too need a lot of things explained to me. That's why I'm saying.
It's it's mostly exposition for the viewers.
Okay. No.
Yeah, I'm viewing you right now.
Yes. What are we expositing?
we're-
Adventure?
We're heading into danger, and I will not lie, some of us might not come back alive. I want to make sure that you are aware of the risks that we might undertake.
Chance of
That is
survival
something that is-
calculated at 33%. Survival of
I
Valentian
Not-
like
Dolt,
those odds.
3%
Not-
less
not-
than the rest of the group.
Not now, Butler.
Yes, Commander.
My opinion, 33% is pretty good odds.
3% less for Valentin Dolk.
Yes. I heard you.
Very good, Commander.
Well,
So if after you,
no, I was just. Forgive me. Yes, Forgive me. I was very caught up in my studies. She had pulled out a book and was trying to read up on things about our new guests. If she had anything hidden away in her note. We were talking about our mission. It will be very dangerous. I won't lie. This is a mission far grander than even I expected. Unfortunately, it is the only way we saw foreseeable. The only way we saw would be to solve the issues we're having with the refugees making their way here. Forgive me if I'm repeating things. I must have missed a good portion of the overview, but there are refugees coming here from Kadrin, and we think the best way to deal with this is not to deal with the symptoms, but to go straight for the source of the problems. If we can deal with the Underdark, retake Kadrin.
Darklands.
Darklands.
Sorry. God, this is going to take a minute to get back to. If we can deal with the Darklands and retake Kadrin, we can help the refugees have their country back. We can help. God, sorry. What is the country we're in?
No, River, no, don't. Why would you do this?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Thanskran. We can help Thanskran deal with the refugees by not having them here. And Valentin, do we tell them everything? Gonna whispers over to you.
this is just this is just exposition for the viewers. Well, I'm sure that those of you that know might know that there's a great evil afoot. And so, we hope to stop that great evil by
Cutting
making
off the
sure
evil
that-
foot.
yes, exactly that.
Hmm.
And now that you understand how dangerous this mission might be, yada yada yada, I am just asking if all of you are willing to take that risk with us.
Yeah, I've seen worse.
I have been ordered to come along.
Hmm.
With me here, everyone will come back safe.
You're very confident despite the situation.
This is far from my first adventure.
Look forward to seeing you in battle.
Well, I mean, and everyone else as well. Not just you. I say as I look at you. It's you, Undyne.
Oh, me! Right! My name! That I gave you to use for now. I look forward to traveling with you all.
And what about you, Sam?
This aligns with my objectives, so I'm happy to tag along.
Great.
Do we need to gather any supplies or anything? I mean,
Logistics have already been taken care of, Commander.
yes, for us, they have been. I'm asking with our new party members if they have anything they need to grab before we leave, or if they're good to go now. They just arrived in town. I wasn't sure if they needed to restock. Merely being polite.
I'm good to go.
I'll take that as a we're good to go for everybody then. Perhaps we head out.
Excellent.
Yes,
The
let's make
destination,
preparations to
Commander.
move.
The destination, Commander.
It's a good question.
Adrian?
This
What is
unit
what?
has prepared 2 points of infiltration into the country of Kadrin, should you wish to go over the battle plans before departing.
Oh,
There
right.
was-
The battle plans. Yes.
Yes.
The-
Go ahead.
Go ahead, me
Yes.
or the other commander, co-commander?
Go ahead, Valentin. You were saying something.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing that yes, we should definitely go over the battle plans.
The other thing I was going to bring up is that we had previously spoken about trying to gather as many of the refugees on our way as possible, and that is maybe something we need to discuss how we're going to do.
This unit has
Oh,
already
that's-
seen to that. The refugees are currently gathered, all here in Nessus. Letters.
All refugees from
Yes.
all over Thanskrit. Impressive. How did you manage such a feat?
You gave this unit a
All he
week,
had-
and this unit has access to all the resources provided by the Merchant Prince and the Immortals.
Well, that makes things far easier. I suppose, yes, carry on with the battle plans.
Myself or your co-commander, co-commander?
You! not you! Butler!
Butler.
Not you, not co-commander, Butler, please, carry on with the battle plans.
Me?
This unit is confused, not I?
Butler.
My name's not I, it's you.
Oh,
This
Oh.
unit is aware that
Oh my
Yu's
God.
name is you.
My name is you. You's name is, well, I suppose if you're referring to me,
Yous.
then yes.
This unit is not aware that Yu's name was Yes.
No, my username is you.
My
but if
name
you
is
were referring
Podge.
to you, then yes, my name is you. My name
Butler.
is Podge. Sorry.
Yes, Commander.
Butler.
Yes, Commander.
Butler.
Yes, Commander.
Please go over the battle plans.
Yes, Commander. The 2 points of infiltration that this unit has proposed is 1. A 600-foot vertical climb leading into Victory Peak, a former outpost town on the outskirts of Kadron. The climb would be the most difficult point of infiltration, Commander. However, going in this way means that should any expeditionary forces be stationed at the normal entrances to Kadron, we would be avoiding them. This unit has already prepared necessary gear, tools, and equipment needed for said climb in this case of... And Butler looks directly at Podge. Less physically fit party members.
Who you calling not physically fit? I'll fucking fight you. And Podge gets riled. Podge gets a little riled. I'll have you know I'm an excellent climber. I love me some scuttling.
Second point of infiltration, Commander, is up the main road, going directly into Forewarned, the border outpost of Kadron. Concentration of enemy units likely to be high. However, more chance of direct confrontation as well instead of potential ambush. Both options are valid. In either case, this unit would recommend that our forces, currently totaling 333 total soldiers with the refugees, the immortals, and various other volunteers, be given to the command of one Happy Hoskins, a sergeant with the immortals.
With
Can
your
I-
suggestion of the first route in, the 600-foot climb, that is... Everyone is taking that, including the entire... The immortals?
Yes.
And all the... Interesting.
Yes, Commander.
We have carriages and the like. Are they also going... Are they
This
going
unit
up?
has already procured pulley systems to be able to assist with the lifting of the carriages and the supply wagons. All the logistics are sound, Commander. I have calculated every variable. We are capable of such a climb. Environment would be a challenge instead of direct enemy contact. But one that we are prepared to overcome.
Are there any other point of entries that you have overlooked because you have been trying to think up a battle plan to bring the entire army with us?
Yes, there are. Several. All locations deemed unfit to bring auxiliary forces through. Passageways too narrow, not enough space to maneuver, or terrain too difficult to traverse for the normal. A 600-foot climb is comparable and preferable to a 1,000-foot drop.
What I'm asking is, are there any other points of entries that would be suitable for a smaller group?
3, but would require leaving auxiliary forces behind.
Can you describe this other entryway for me?
Yes, Commander. Vent tunnels leading into the mountain, which provide airflow and passage into Victory Peak. 3 different ones.
There's 3 different entryways then.
All leading to the same location. Yes, Commander. Vent tunnels. Large enough that could be accessed by walking in single file.
Vent tunnels, as in...
Personally, and this has... Oh, go ahead.
What do you mean by a vent tunnel?
Airflow into underground mountain. Additional tunnels
Are these
carved.
Are these... Oh, so these are created by hand. These are not natural.
Yes, Commander.
I see.
Enemy is unlikely to know of them.
Personally, and not because of any physical fitness detriment on my part, I'm here for this venting situation.
Yes,
We would have to leave the auxiliary behind. How would we just send them up the main road instead?
Ill-advised.
Well,
An untried fighting force without its primary commanders entering into a battle at the very first step has a high chance of morale breaking, Commander.
Understood. So if we're taking the vents, what do we do with the auxiliary?
Are there any locations close to Cadron where war camps could be put up?
Several former refugee camps still have ramshackle makeshift structures standing, Commander.
Is there a way for us to entrench our forces in those locations while we find a way to infiltrate
Yes,
using
Commander.
vents?
Yes, Commander.
Do you have anything to add to that?
This unit does not,
idea?
Commander. This unit thinks it is a sound idea. Best action would be, then, in this case, to infiltrate into Victory Peak by way of vents with small stealth unit. Loop around from Victory Peak to Forewarned, clear out forces there, and have a two-pronged attack with the army attacking from the front as the stealth force attacks from the rear. This unit recommends Operation Front Door Back Door as operation name.
Hey, yo.
I look over.
Sounds
I
like
look
anal.
over to the.
Sorry.
Operation Spit Roast. Look out.
I'm all here for Operation Spit Bros.
Operation Suggestion Name, Operation Spit Roast. Accepted. Operation referred to as Operation Spit Roast going forwards.
Yes,
I like this
agree.
mission so much more now.
Yes, I agree. Podge,
Yes.
you are from the Darklands, correct?
Yes.
Have you been to Cadron then? Is that where your place of birth is? Would you know about these vents and how to navigate
I came
them?
through. I don't know, DM, would I know about these vents and how to navigate them?
You technically wouldn't have been from Cadron, you would have been from beneath it, so you might not know of these particular vents, but you would be very adept at navigating through small, cramped spaces.
Yes. I, especially because I have the extra squishy feet.
Amazing.
Oh.
Extra squishy.
It's the the gobos. Gobos always bounce back.
As an extra squishy goblin, can confirm I'm really good at finding tunnels
Oh?
and holes
Oh.
and orifices.
Then, yes, you would be particularly adept at navigating this tunnel, hole, orifice.
Don't worry. For Operation Spit Roast, I will help you navigate the orifice of the back door.
Not the wall sphincters.
This I like this I like this idea. This spares our force necessary losses, either by traveling or and it also gives us an opportunity to limit even more losses on our part when the attack eventually happens.
I'm gonna fetch some water. I'll be right back. Please carry on.
So, this is more. I apologize. Are we doing any? Are we addressing the auxiliary? If we take in these vents, right? We go in without them. Are they not there to support us? How would we have their support if we leave them behind?
Well,
bring them in the first place
like
if
a
we're
two-pronged attack.
But we, according to Butler here, they can't do an attack on their own.
To re-go over Valtria, Butler has suggested that you guys infiltrate through the vents, then loop around behind the secondary entrance and strike them from the rear.
I apologize, I missed that part.
Which would allow the army to enter without needing to make the 600-foot climb.
Gotcha. Thank you. Sorry.
Right. It'll put a bigger risk on us, but I think it's worth it if we can spare the life of those that still might need some more training. This Haps person.
Yes, Commander.
What can you tell me about him?
Decorated war here with the Immortals, having served for 8 years in the Aklis Ostos campaign. Personality matrix matches with yours. Aggressive, unyielding, stubborn. Focused entirely on the goals that are provided to him.
I kind of walk over to the wall and I just put an arm up and I just lean against it, and I did not expect be psych-evaluated by a robot today.
Feel outed. I feel seen.
You win
in a way
some,
that's
you lose
not
some.
good. Yeah. You lose some, you lose some.
This
you
unit's
lose some.
this unit's evaluation is reason why Valentin Dolk has 3% less chance of survival. Selfless, prone to acts of sacrifice for the greater good, as well as low morale when things fail to go in a planned and perceived way.
And Haps is the same way?
No, Haps is an excellent supporter. Aggressive, unyielding, stubborn, and focused. Nothing will prevent Haps Hoskin from completing his goal. However, difficult to get along with in personal life. Divorced 3 times. 4 children, none of which he is the guardian or caretaker of.
Oh. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
In spare time, hobbies include brooding, angsty poetry, and drinking profusely.
I didn't know that we were going to go on a fucking expedition with what's his butt, the boozy drunk poet man. It doesn't matter. 2, Valentin was compared to this guy as like being the same, or does that still extend right now to him? Is
Convergent personality types should be able to get along well with each other, as well as should be good at giving, taking, and receiving orders.
That's not what I thought.
Possibility.
We thought you were going a different direction there.
I thought Operation Spit Roast was going to get more interesting.
Yeah, really.
In regards to different direction, possibility of love blooming on the battlefield, 88% between Valentin Dolk and Haps Hoskins.
Oh.
Do you want to make him get another
Damn, you got a good
divorce?
butler.
I was gonna say, you could be his 4th divorce.
Nah, it's his children that were the reason for the divorce all of the time.
Oh my god.
This unit has prepared romance, personality, and more evaluations for all members of the party, including newcomers.
What?
Wow, that was quick.
Butler looks at you, Podge, and says, "Are you sure?"
Am I ever sure?
High possibility of Goblin being passed around as stress toy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this guy's good. This guy's good.
No.
Potential morale booster for certain members of the auxiliary units. As well as
I got some
Zandra.
auxiliary units.
As well as Commander Zandra.
You know, he isn't wrong.
Yeah, I don't know where you got this guy, but he's on top of his game today.
Okay.
This unit is always combat ready.
This unit is always
Okay.
combat ready too.
What about Sam?
Possibility of sexual intercourse with Sam. Higher than one
Oh,
would
boy.
expect.
Bone.
Yeah, get
I
boned by the
don't
bone
have-
man.
I don't have a bad bone in me. Do you want one?
Possibility of romance or long-lasting deep connection. Next to nothing.
Sounds like my kind of boner.
This unit has a query.
Yes.
To Sam.
Yes.
In order to assist with romance and sexual evaluation, are any parts detachable?
We're listening.
Hesitation
With bated breath.
detected.
Most of them.
Chances of sexual intercourse significantly raised.
Jesus Christ.
Especially for Commander Zandra and Commander Podge.
I'm a commander.
Third in command. Which technically means second in command by chain of command, as Valentin and Zandra are co-commanders.
No,
I
second
just
in
got
command is
promoted.
just-
Did you guys hear that?
Second in command is just not filled yet.
You're about to.
I'm about to be, apparently.
With the way this conversation is proceeding, engaging humor routine, several party members may indeed be filled shortly.
Oh boy. Anyway, we should probably speak to this Haps before we leave. Get his.
I'm like laughing my ass off, but it's like piquing my Discord while picking up.
welcome to my D&D game, Podge. I hope you're having a good time. Or Pathfinder game.
It's Pathfinder.
Great, it's great. It's great.
We should have a conversation with Haps. See what his thoughts about the current primary plan is.
This unit has already seen to the preparations of an appointment with Haps, Commander. Starts in 5 minutes. This unit is pleased to report all time calculations have so far been correct.
Wow, impressive. Considering our way to lose focus very easily.
This unit calculated for that.
Need we discuss anything else, or can we move on to that meeting?
This unit scheduled 5 minutes of recreational time before appointment. Should the commanders...
5 minutes isn't long, but we could get a quickie in.
Oh my god.
You'd be surprised what you can do with 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can attach a new attachment to my invention, and I can also
What's your
That's
invention
not where I
used for?
thought you were
Asking
going
for a
with
friend?
that.
Doesn't have a vibrate function.
Yeah, I was going to say he might be
Alright, what's the
inventing
plan,
something that
gang?
still has utility with what we're discussing, though.
This unit has a vibrate function.
Hey,
What?
yo.
right. You guys have fun with that, and I'll get back to my inventions. Well, 5 minutes.
Alright. Anybody doing anything for 5 minutes?
I'm just staring at Sam with like a
Eating bread.
narrowed eyes.
So, you is staring at Sam, and Zandra is staring at you.
I'm staring at you. Okay. Okay.
I figured.
I mean, yeah. I guess you's probably worth looking at.
As you're staring at you, Butler looks at you, and you hear him mutter, "Updating romance possibilities. Unrequited love percentage increased."
Oh God.
River's enjoying this far too much. The opportunity to dunk on all of us is like the dream.
Would the commander prefer Butler to engage wingman functions? Commander
Can you
Zandra.
fly?
No, that is fine. I can handle it on my own for now. I will let you know if I need your help in the future.
Unrequited love percentage increased again. Do your best, Commander. This unit has engaging deception, full faith in you.
Oh my
God.
And Butler gives a thumbs up.
Fatality.
All right, with that, 5 minutes pass as Butler continues to roast certain members of the party. And exactly 5 minutes, you hear like an oven timer inside Butler go, ding! And then a scruffy-looking man in desert camo leathers, all kind of tans and deep browns, enters in. He has a bow slung across his back, a kind of haphazard, half-shaven beard, very tired-looking eyes with a more kind of cloudy gray color to them, and a balding, like, patch in the center of his head that he is doing his best to wear a small cap to cover up, but the patch has clearly grown larger than the hat.
How small is the hat?
Pork pie. He looks like a fashion disaster.
I was gonna say he's wearing
I can
full
fix him.
desert. He's wearing full desert camo, so the door just opens and no one comes.
Yeah, that's how camo
We
works.
hit.
Fuck off, River. Yeah, that's how camo works.
Well, sorry, my internet dipped for a second, so I lost
you're good.
that.
You're fine, Podge. Don't worry, Hoskins has arrived. Sergeant Hoskins reporting for duty, commanders.
I heard you're a divorcee.
Wow, what good opener!
It's small talk.
Yes.
Amazing opener. Hi, we're about to head into military operation. I heard you got divorced.
I've heard you're the most divorced
Yes,
man in the world.
I am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Ignore the newcomers. What was it, Captain? Perhaps?
Sergeant, unless I'm being offered a promotion.
I mean, I'm not in charge of your mercenary company, so I don't have the authority. Sergeant Taps.
Correction! You are currently in charge of this squadron of the mercenary company. Field promotions as well as command structure are entirely decided upon you and the co-commander.
You're promoted, and you're promoted, and you're promoted. Everybody gets
Wow,
promoted.
I can't believe I got promoted within my own promotion. That is probably a matter we can discuss eventually. But Sergeant Taps, we have been discussing the possibility of perhaps entrenching our forces in one of the abandoned refugee camps outside of Kadrin. And while they're being encamped, you keep proceeding with training those that still need proper training, while we enter with a small force through the vents of Kadrin to infiltrate from behind, and then once we're able to take out some of infrastructure or support structure from the inside, we can then
He
launch a
yawns as he's
two-pronged
speaking.
attack.
He does a big yawn while you're speaking.
Am I boring you, Sergeant Taps?
Not at all, sir. Please carry on. I did not
well.
sleep well last night.
Oh. Why not?
I just don't tend to.
Haunted by the failures of your past.
Okay,
looks
calm.
he looks
Too
tiredly
real.
at you.
Gets all of us. I've been there. You will overcome.
I struggle with insomnia, sir.
Sir?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, that was to him. All right. Never mind, you are forgiven.
I don't think I need your forgiveness.
Anyway,
I don't quite like this one.
I thought you said you could fix him.
Clearly, I was wrong.
I don't need fixing.
Right.
I bet that's what you told her last time.
So anyway, Sergeant
God.
Taps, we're thinking of launching a two-pronged attack. Dealt with the infrastructure and support structure of whatever forces are defending the main road.
I see. Sounds doable. And
Can we trust you to... Oh,
No, you first, sir. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I was gonna say, can we trust you to... Can we entrust you with the preparations of our forces that are not going to be coming with us on the infiltration?
Of course, sir. Shouldn't be an issue.
And you were going to say?
Shouldn't be an issue, sir.
Right, but when we started speaking over each other, you were about to say...
Oh, I don't remember. It probably wasn't important.
Right. Okay. Do you have any thoughts about that plan? How do you feel about the readiness? How long do you think do you have the supplies needed?
Butler's already requisitioned everything that I should need, sir. Anything else I can handle myself. You won't need to worry about the auxiliary forces as long as I'm in charge.
Good.
You see a tear start running
Do we
down
need to
his
worry
cheek.
about you? Yeah, do we
Wait.
need to worry about you being okay amidst all of this?
Yeah, right.
Sorry,
You don't-
my eyes are watering, and he just wipes them.
Oh.
Would you like to talk about it?
No, there's nothing wrong. My eyes just started watering. It's dry here. I'm not used to the
Oh,
terrain.
yeah, you got that right. This guy gets it.
He's a human, right?
Yes. Looks like he's in his early 40s.
Okay. Well, that was enlightening. Thank you for your assistance. Sergeant Taps.
My friends call me Sergeant Happy.
I can see
This
why.
man is sad.
See why?
If you don't mind me asking, who are your friends calling you?
I'm sorry, sir. Could you please repeat on last?
You must be very well liked to have such a endearing nickname. Whomst among your friends are calling you Sergeant Happy?
My colleagues mostly, sir. The men respect me.
Hmm.
In Ostos, during one of our campaigns, an elven wizard was preparing to cast a particularly devastating spell, but I managed to interrupt it with a well-placed arrow, earning me a Medal of Bravery, as well as saving the life of an entire squadron.
They shared one life.
Didn't
Wild.
come with any extra pay, however. He frowns.
At this pod, just like, man, that's how they always get you.
Right.
Do your friends call you anything, sir?
A nuisance.
He actually gives a dry, cracked laugh at that. With all due respect, sir, I haven't found you a nuisance.
Oh my god, is this going to be a romance? I feel it.
Oh boy.
Looming directly
No.
behind you, by the way, literally in your personal space because he has no concept of it, is Butler, Valentin. He's like directly behind your chair, just looming over you in this interaction. You detect a certain sense of smugness from the automaton.
Right. Well, it would be a disservice for a man with such an important job ahead of him, and with such great merits in his past, to not be properly rewarded. So, I'll take out 50 of my gold pieces.
He puts a hand up and says, "No, no, sir. Simply reward me with additional rations," he says with a pause. "And I should be fine."
I pull another fruit out of my pocket.
Not those kind of rations, but thank you.
I'll put the fruit back in the pocket.
I whisper to Oasis, he's talking about weed.
I don't think there's any weed in the desert.
And in the other pocket.
Does he mean the fruit of your life? Is it a metaphorical fruit
I mean alcohol.
for sex?
Alcohol. Commander, do you also
talking
normally
about
have
the
people
other
not
weed.
pick up on what you're saying in this group?
Listen, I wander the desert for like a living. There's a lot of people there.
No, I understood you. I'll ask them to include an extra bottle or two of some of the finest hooch.
I like that you said hooch and that your voice cracked when you said hooch.
Thank you, Commander. And Commander, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to go over my particular specific battle plans then this evening. Perhaps with a drink between us as well, if you wanted to make good on that promise.
This is the only thing I care about in this campaign anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not invested in literally anything else. I just want these two to fuck. I want them to be very happy together.
Divorce number 4, here we come.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have inventions to work on. Married to the job, you see.
I understand that. I was as well. He gives
Yeah,
another
but I'm not
big
as old.
yawn.
Yeah, but I have more of my life for her. Anyway.
You haven't actually asked him his age. I just told you he looked early 40s.
Yeah, he's got 3 ex-wives, I can assume. Right. Thank you for your contribution to the war plans. Sergeant Haps? Or should I call you Captain Haps?
Captain Happy will do just fine, Commander. 1-1!
Captain Happy. Right. Enjoy your night, sir.
I will, Commander. And with that, he gets up. He kind of does this big stretch, as if his back was bothering
Like
him.
a cat.
Yeah, kind of. And then he prowls out. This isn't a man who walks nor strides. He kind of prowls, stalks, and creeps with every step and movement, shoulders kind of hunched over and head hung low. A stretch. Thank you so much. One moment.
Everybody stretch.
You can't make me.
You know what?
Followed immediately by gremlins.
That's not a stretch! That's not a stretch!
Might be.
We stretching something in this house.
Oh my good god!
It's a stretch. Oh my god.
Operation Spit Roast is off to an excellent start.
It's
Yeah.
a stretch, but if you want me to make those sounds other ways, you're gonna have to do some work, okay? I don't do those for free.
That shit costs extra.
You said you brought 2 different goblins on this chat. You should have known.
Alright.
True.
Butler coughs politely to get your attention.
You keep cutting out for me.
Yeah, he's coughing. It's my mic peaking. He's trying to get your attention by coughing.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I didn't hear. I didn't hear a single word you said.
Oh, Butler's coughing to get your attention. And it's very, very obvious.
How can you
Is it-
cough?
He's faking it. Is he directing that at anyone, or is he just coughing?
At Valentin and Zandra. Oh, and I guess Podge,
Yes.
because she is
Yes,
officially
Butler.
third in command now.
Second in command, excuse me.
Yeah, she got promoted.
With,
Her role is being filled right now.
with Captain Hoskin's help,
Yeah.
the army should be capable of moving as early as tomorrow morning, commanders. This unit would recommend all of you get an extra good sleep tonight. Finish up any business you have in town. It will be quite some time before we come across any other active signs of civilization.
Yes, sir.
Right.
This unit
Of course.
is subservient to you, Commander Podge. There is no need to call this unit sir. Butler will work fine.
Yes, sir, Butler.
Accepting new new title, Sir Butler.
Nice.
And with that,
Dude.
Butler says permission to be dismissed to attend to regular duties, commanders.
Permission granted.
Butler snaps to attention, does a quick salute, and then strides out of the inn. You note that Captain Happy never saluted when he left. He just left.
Yeah, but
That's
I don't
fine.
salute
He's going
any
through a
of them
lot
either.
right now.
He does.
He's going through a lot always, it seems like.
I've never related with an NPC I've made more in my life.
I can relate. I don't like that you made this middle-aged old man to just mortality.
You know, sometimes I think you need a reminder every now and then, good buddy. All right. With that, we've been going 2.5 hours. Why don't we take a 5-10 minute break, players? Sound good?
Yes, please.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
I will probably be able to go for about like an hour and a half more max.
Yep,
For
that's
instruments.
actually,
Yeah.
when we would normally end, actually. Undyne is an hour and a half from now.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to take a 10-minute break, guys. We'll be back in a little bit. Remember, the stream is currently sponsored by Puzzles and Survival, which is a weird game. It's definitely something I thought from the advertisements was going to suck, but it turns out it makes the neurodivergent brain juice go fast. I liked matching puzzles and colors and such like that. We're one person away from completing the goal, so if anyone were to help out, you just gotta get your headquarters to level 5. In my previous stream, if you look through the VOD, I show how you can do it in under 5 minutes. So it doesn't take much to help and support. You don't have to spend a dime to do so. Alright. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back in a bit. Oh shit, I forgot to mention, the reason that we swatched to Pathfinder for my regulars is we are currently working on a partnership with Paizo. They've given us a lot of resources to be able to run this game and a bunch more. The Vtuber agency I'm running is going to be completely set up with Paizo. We're going to be working together very closely in the future. So you guys should expect some review content, as they're going to send me some physical books. I'm going to review the books. I'm going to maybe do some figure painting. There's going to be a lot of really, really cool stuff coming up in the future with Hero Factory's relationship with Paizo. So, you know, stay tuned. Expect to see a lot more Pathfinder and Starfinder content. And I'd also like to give a shout out, if any of my mods are around, and a big thank you to Phoebe, who is our resident Pathfinder expert and has been helping us learn and, you know, kind of keep track of all the rules. So big round of applause and a thank you to Phoebe in particular. If you wanted to follow everybody else who plays in this game, please do so. They are absolutely amazing, beautiful people. You can catch them all at those links. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Good. Chris, can you give a shout out to Phoebe, please? It is Phoebe Bain VT. Sounds like a whole lot of not my problem, says Zethy. Alright, guys, back in a bit. Enjoy the hold music.
Yep.
Alright.
It's still fun.
Fair. Yeah, it's very fun. Alright, I'll be right back.
I'm gonna...
Oh my god.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go back.
Yeah. What? Excuse me? Can you suck face with him as a part of the game? Is that a mechanic? I need to know. I'm not gonna buy in, River. I will also be back. I want to go talk to my little puppy baby man. Mr. Man, he's the boy. I'll kiss his face. Cause he's cute. Okay, I'll be right back.
Very good.
Okay, these art pieces are awesome. Grading Owl is so cool.
Oh yeah, no, she's a really great artist and an awesome friend.
I love these little sketches. They're amazing.
Hmm. It just happens a lot whenever you talk with them. They just randomly bust out a sketch and over from a conversation you're having. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck?
I
Like,
wish I had something like this in every campaign I was in. It's so nice just to have little sketches of what's happening. Very cute.
like the one offhand, every time that I make an offhand comment about something, it'll randomly like pop up. It'll be like, I made a thing, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like the one time I was like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna give Phoebe, like my Phoebe design, like a split tongue, and then immediately, like 10 minutes later, fucking got, I'll put it in the fucking Blood and Sand chat. Like they just sent me this. Where is it?
Oh damn!
Yeah, no, like she fucking instantly goes hard with like her heart.
Yeah, that's really good.
I have so many random sketches from her.
That's yeah. That's one. Yeah, that's hot. Oh my god.
She does stuff like that all the time.
Oh god, we're not muted. Hi chat.
Hello. Yeah, you hear that? Your art's amazing. Look at my skins.
Your art is awesome.
But you know, there's that fucking lesbian lip.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, so good.
I'm back.
Big lesbian with small lesbian.
Because like my goblin's
Lesbians?
yeah, Phoebe's design is like what 3'9", and every other goblin I know is like 3 foot max. So I'm just like, ooh.
You and I are tall for goblins, because I'm 3'6".
I return.
Welcome back.
She makes so many cool, pretty arts.
Oh, that is so pretty. Smug tea time.
Or River did forget to mute the stream.
Yeah. Our sins are revealed to all.
Does that mean we can entertain chat?
Yeah.
Chat!
I'm so glad
up?
that when I got back, I didn't just start saying what I initially thought about saying. But that's due in part to the fact that we have, like,
Is it the
new
thing you
people.
just DM'd me?
Yes, it is!
Just rolling back in here like, oh man, I just took a massive shit.
No. It's not that, but it's
Holy
kind of
shit, I
worse
just
somehow.
took the fattest dump of my life, man.
Read fanfics? Oh my god.
How about we make one right now?
Woo.
That's weird for me to hear while I'm typing this.
You're going to tell all of us now. You can't leave us out of the loop.
Yeah. Share with the
Well,
class.
this isn't, I don't know. This is what embarrasses me. I don't know what to do. Hang on.
That's so good, though.
I didn't know that Val would laugh this much. It is pretty
What
funny,
you-
but it's also really embarrassing.
Can't be more embarrassing
think
than
it's
River
that
peeing on his
embarrassing.
cat.
It's not that. It's not
that bad.
It's not that bad. Especially, look, if Sarah were here, she would tell a worse story. You know it.
I know.
You're
I
just
miss
shy
Sarah.
because we've got new people here. Don't worry. It's not embarrassing.
Okay, I farted on my cat because I was lying on my back. and he came to get pet by
Shane
me.
Dawson?
And then he walked by my legs and was looping around, and then I tooted. And then I kept tooting because I couldn't stop laughing, and he stuck his face like right by my butt while this was happening. And then he was sniffing my farts, and I was like, "Why are you doing this? Why are you like this?" So I
He's
just
a
farted on my
man
cat.
after mama. He's a man after
I know,
mama's heart.
he knows his mama's a sassy gassy with a fat assy, and he's here to support
Yeah.
her. Okay.
Listen.
Why?
Okay, consider how many times. I don't know about your cat, but my cat farts in my general direction all the time.
Yeah,
like
he's got stinky fucking toots. He's like, Dr.
Yeah.
Biscuits is currently only 5 months old, so he's still pretty babby.
Aw.
But his tooth smell really bad.
So, Undyne, why did you send this story to me in private?
Because I was gonna message people privately, and then I decided I'd just tell it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, it's a good
You know,
I was like-
can't abandon. I was like,
Yeah,
you know
no-
what? I've said
Now
weirder
chat
shit
can
on
enjoy
stream.
it.
It's
It's
called
Yeah,
funny.
you gotta
It's
let
not
Cat
like I
know.
shoved my cat's head by my butt and then let the cannon fucking rip. And it's a kitten, so like he's just like a very inquisitive boy. But he, for whatever reason, he's a fart sniffer. He's a fart sniffer. I tooted once on the couch and he came over and he put his face close to my butt in pose.
Oh my god! You
He
know
was
what?
like, yeah, I want
my
this.
my dad calls my cat Gary. He calls him a cake sniffer.
Cake sniffer.
Your cat's a cake sniffer.
Just because I make farts doesn't mean I smell them, okay? I'm not a fucking fart sniffer, but I am a fart maker. So if you're a fart sniffer and you are willing to pay, I have a service I could provide.
Yeah. these are
as
premium
a woman
services.
with IBS.
Oh,
She's
oh,
she's not
hey,
a connoisseur.
hey,
She's not
hey.
a connoisseur. She's the professional chef.
We are aware. We are aware. Do not worry. Do not worry, Chris. We know. We know.
I did not know. That's fucking hilarious.
Hey, we got a raid. Let's go.
Oh, this is the perfect time for them to hear this
Hey,
story. Tell them,
Welcome,
tell them
Raiders.
right the story again.
Unmuted.
We're talking about cat farts.
Yeah, well, not cat
Hey.
farts. We're talking about cats that
Well,
smell
people
farts.
farts and cats.
People
Yeah.
farts
Smell
and
farts,
cat
yeah.
farts.
Yeah.
Fart
Yeah.
Just
sniffing
farting.
We're
cat.
letting it out.
Mm-hmm.
Rooney is a fellow Pathfinder and tabletop creator.
Oh, cool.
Oh, heck
Welcome to
yeah.
the fart conversation. This isn't Pathfinder. This is farts.
Yeah.
We are farters. Bum, ba-dum,
Roll
bum,
for
bum, bum, bum,
state.
bum.
Oh,
Fart Finder 2E.
Oh no! I don't know why that one got me a bit more. But it
not
was too
Pathfinder.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
you
you-
did.
do you
That's why
know-
we've been talking about this.
Did you know that the word for speed in Swedish is fart?
It's fart. Did you know
Really?
that the word for speed bump in Norwegian is farthumpa?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It sounded like you just scam code.
Yep. God, I don't want to talk about this game.
Oh my god.
It triggers me so much.
Oh no.
Do you know
Yeah,
like
I know.
puzzles?
Do you not
Well,
like
so the main thing is that I got my headquarters to level 5. I rallied an attack on a lair, but it didn't count because I'm in Europe, so it only counts for North America. So I played
That's
this
bullshit.
shitty ass game for like 6 hours just to get. Well, I mean, I didn't play it for 6 hours, but I have like 6 hours a game. And then I realized that it didn't count anything I did because European. It's like, well, that's time I'm never getting back. And it's
I
literally
like that
bejeweled.
the word Yura got cut out, so it sounds like he said "cause I'm peeing," and I
'Cause I'm
really
peeing.
enjoyed that. Yeah, I needed to let you know. On
I'm
a visceral
peeing.
level, that made me really happy. No,
Right.
I just thought it was funny that it sounded like he said he was peeing when his voice got cut out. I didn't say, man, I really want Valentin to let loose a fucking thick stream on my face. It wasn't
Sarah's
like
not here anymore. That was something
Yeah.
Sarah would say.
Yes. River, you're like trying to create something and then catch me in it. I didn't even accuse you of that, Undyne.
I just realized that you guys
Curious.
couldn't hear me, but you were able to hear all of them. I remember to mute my mic and not theirs. Thank you so much for the raid, Runia. I guess you didn't hear that. And remember, guys, that we're doing puzzles and survival for the sponsor. You can scan the code there. We're one person away from completing our first tier of goals, and that means that I get paid, which helps support the channel. I pay for all of the artwork that you see, as well as all the background music. It's all licensed. So, supporting the channel helps me keep getting fancy stuff for Pathfinder. Alright, let's get back to the game.
Pathfinder.
We're back, everyone. Evening begins falling over Nessus as the sweltering hot desert sun vanishes over the dunes and the red, reflective color of the blood sands. The moon rises. It is a full moon tonight, beautiful and shining. What's everyone up to? It's your last day of peace before you are all literally going to war.
Are we inside or are we outside?
You can be wherever you'd like.
I'm outside
the
eating
inn or
bugs.
outside? Oh, okay. You're eating bugs?
Yep.
Are there a lot of bugs in the desert?
Yes, actually.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I
Scorpion
was just
ones.
wondering if there were. Is
Podge eyes up Scorpius. He uncomfortably skitters away.
No, it's okay.
I was-
I like Scorpius. He's cool.
Scorpius likes you.
Oh my god.
We're cool. Don't worry.
I am Scorpius, and I agree. We are, in fact, cool.
I find it funnier that they can't actually hear Scorpius.
They can hear Scorpius.
No, Scorpius
I thought only
speaks to
you-
you telepathically.
Yeah.
Wait. I thought previously you said it so that Oh, no, you're right.
Yep.
He was talking, but they could.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. As I was previously doing last time, anytime Scorpius would say anything, I would then
Repeat,
tell you
yeah.
what he says. Yeah, I would repeat for them, so they can't hear just through me.
Mm.
You know what? Not only has Zandra gotten really strong times, we last saw her, she's also learned how to play an instrument. So she'll be just sitting fiddling away on you know what? Let's not a fiddle, but a lute. She'll just be plucking away on a lute. Got her
This is
feet up
going
on the
to
table.
sound-
She's just playing to herself mainly.
Is this a 2-story inn?
3.
Or is it a 1-story?
3.
A 3-story
I've talked
inn.
about it before, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't remember. Whatever room I'm in, is there a balcony? Can I have a balcony, rather?
Yep.
I'm gonna stand there, leaning on the what is it, banister, the railing, whatever. Leaning there and just staring into the night sky, and there's a little metallic sound coming from behind me, and I turn around, and it's my little prototype construct companion that's walking up with a tray of a glass of whiskey and holds it up to me, and I just take the glass and I take a sip and just try to center myself.
Is anyone with him? Would anyone like to knock on his door? You guys have free reign. This is a bit of roleplay. Do whatever you'd
From
like.
below the balcony, you hear me like chasing bugs around, like, come here, little tasties.
Cute.
You're trying to have like your silence.
You-
You just hear
you.
Podge like cackling.
I just hear from the dark. I'm here. It's like, okay.
And like loud crunching.
That is not. That's not going to be a bother, I'm sure.
I'd like to look for Oasis, if I may.
You may. Where is Oasis?
She'd probably just be sitting down in like the main like area where we were earlier in the day, and just still chilling there.
My lady, I haven't actually asked your pronouns. My entity. What would you, well, Oasis. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello, you.
Don't tell them that I talk like this. That voice gets really tiring after a while. Hi. You made water earlier? Can you do that? How did you learn such a trick?
Can one learn this power?
It's
Not for a Jedi! Sorry.
It's less of a trick, really. It's just a part of my weird physiology. I can open
Really?
up gates to a couple of the elemental planes through my body and channel it outwards.
Whoa. That's really cool. Is that something that you would be willing to continue doing for me?
Yeah, of course.
I also have
every-
been told that my is very strange, or has strange needs, I guess.
Not any more strange than the rest of the people out in these deserts. That's why they call me Oasis. I wander the bloody sands, providing aid for anybody who happens to need it. Food, water, directions, the like.
Why do you... Isn't it just nature's path for things to happen as they do? Must you guide and help all these people? I met somebody who talked a lot about wanting to be a good person and trying really hard to be a good person, and I thought that was really amazing. And I don't claim to be good, but I've tried. And what you're doing sounds really selfless. How do you do it? Or why did you decide to do this?
I won't lie, a part of it is a little selfish. There's not much of a place in a normal town for someone such as me.
Why is that? I guess I don't quite understand. Not since you've been wrapped. I'll respect your choices if you don't want to share. Plenty I haven't shared with you all.
I have no problem sharing. I just don't want you to cause a scene.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
We good?
Yeah,
She blush.
Anyways, again, please don't tell them that I talk like this. Thank you, bye! And then I scurry away.
Thank you so much for the raid, Warlock. Thank you for coming. Remember, this stream is currently sponsored by Puzzles and Survival Raiders. Would greatly appreciate if anyone tried the game out. Helps earn money for the stream. Carry on, players, as runs away.
At one point, Valentin just goes by to his Oasis, just goes,
Don't tell me why don't you speak like this?
just kidding. That doesn't happen.
Yet.
Yet. You know, I'm just gonna look around the inn to see if I see any other newcomers just, sleeping in, like, a middle room somewhere.
Anyone out in the open that could be interacted with?
Sam is currently just sitting in the, main hall, completely inert.
I wave my hand in front of its face. Nothing.
Sam turns to look at you in your eyes.
Oh, you are awake.
Yes.
You could just get a room, right?
Sounds so bad. Get a room.
Nerd.
You don't need to sit here in the common area.
I mean, I never really needed a room. Undead don't sleep like most races do.
Ancestries.
Yeah. New terms.
There are no races.
Oh.
It's only ancestries. Right. Okay. Well. Carry on then. I'm in my head. I'm just playing around with the idea of just decorating him, just putting ornaments on him, so that he doesn't look like a skeleton. But I'm just gonna go back to my room and try to calm.
Podge, what are you doing tonight? Apart from catching
I'm
bugs.
outside eating bugs.
Yeah, sorry. Zandra, what are you up to this evening? You know, you and Valentin embarked on this journey together forever ago, and now it seems like you're the only two who will be carrying it onwards.
I said I was playing my instrument. I'm sitting in the common room, just
In that case, Valentin, you
playing
would
my
also...
little lute.
Valentin
just
and Sam,
walked past her.
you really did just walk right by her.
I mean, I was I was the first one to say anything. Yeah, I'm sitting in the room, in the main room, just fiddling around on my lute, plucking around, just chilling. If anybody talks to me, she's fine with that. But she's keeping to herself.
I don't remember you playing the lute.
I didn't. I just picked it up recently.
Oh, having some trouble breathing. Sorry, chat. I know I'm making weird sounds.
We didn't hear you.
You okay?
Yeah, just allergies.
We take his
No,
breath
really.
away.
I think I've gotten pretty decent, but I mean, I've only had a week to learn.
Can you play me something?
Sure. I don't actually have a lute, so I can't play for you, but do you want us to roll a performance check? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sandra's just sitting there.
Sandra starts playing Stairway to Heaven.
She's doing air guitar.
Sandra, well, yeah, she's air looting.
No, she has. I just mean is I can't play anything for you, but Zandra will play. Let's see. It is a 20 performance.
It's pretty fucking good.
And she's gone down the stairway to heaven.
I'm glad to see that you're back, you.
Oh, that's not
Just
me.
welcome back, you.
Oh, wow,
Sorry.
that sounded like a solid 20.
Sounded like a what?
A solid 20.
If I had to rate that performance out of 10, I would have given it a 20. Is that it? No one else wants to interact or do anything? No NPCs that you want to talk with or meet with today?
Actually, I was gonna ask, are we allowed to, interact with old characters?
Of course, yeah.
Since we had the players here?
Yes.
Do you think Dee Dee would come by the inn on our last day?
Yeah, sure. She'd help to make sure that your gear is outfitted. Oh, I'll be. You look bigger than I do. I can't believe your muscles have rivaled mine now. I've got to work out a little bit harder.
That's because you're still
It's
stuck
only because
in...
I had you to guide me.
That's
I never
because
would've
she's
learned.
using the new system.
You flatter me.
She's stronger in the new system. And you're stuck in D&D.
Yes. 5th edition has not been treating my biceps and triceps well. But pegging my husband has been very fulfilling, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for understanding why I want to stay behind.
Absolutely.
Continue pegging my lovable, peggable husband.
We
I know that we I know we talked about a lot of stuff regarding Rabios. Perhaps someday,
Yeah.
I'll be able to fulfill our goals.
Well, I hope that
I'll
I'll
let you
still
know if I
be
do.
alive to see it. Maybe I'll be there. But until then, she reaches her arms out for a big hug. I wish you nothing but the best.
Tundra will reach in and give a hug as well.
I want nothing more than for you to be happy. You know that? Whatever that kind of happiness looks like for you, I want you to be able to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think I would be here if it weren't for you.
Commander Zondra!
Yeah.
I
She
must
pulls away
warn
from the
you,
hug.
you are beginning to show death flags. Chance of survival possibility for Commander Zondra reduced by 10%.
That's a big percentage.
Butler, if you'd known me a month ago, my chances of survival have only increased. I was on death's door. So if I go,
She's
it's time.
15%.
Until then,
you give her credit for.
Until then,
15%.
I'd appreciate if you keep your goddamn comments to yourself.
Yes,
After I'm
Commander.
dead, you can mock me.
Yes, Commander.
Commencing mocking after death.
Suspending mocking protocol until after subject is deceased.
Well, you have a good life with your husband.
Thank
You've
you.
been a big change for him, too.
Oh yeah, I've been stretching him in more ways than he has ever thought possible.
Oh my
He also has the stretchy feet.
Yes. Boy, howdy, am I glad that I entered in that wrestling competition when I did.
Yeah, that was
Lucky break.
It's a good day. That was a very good day. Well, I'll talk to you soon. I'll write letters if I can.
Yes, please. I will
All
do
right.
that.
It's going to be difficult to smuggle lifters out of the Darklands, but sure, we could try.
I said if I can. Before you go, you want to share a bottle?
Sure thing. Sounds
All right,
good to
Donda
me.
would just settle down for the evening to share a bottle with Dee Dee.
Probably recounting all the stupid things that Valentin has done.
Let's hear
it.
it.
Nothing's-
Let's hear it. Talk about it, actually. Give the players some context to what happened in the past in your previous adventures, like the time that you guys flung a halfling to his death off a catapult.
He
Lloyd,
was never confirmed dead.
You
There
remember
was
that
no-
time Valentin sent that guy to his death?
Has
He-
Lloyd apologized
anyone-
for sending Valentin in to take care of him and then leave him out to dry when my dear husband came looking for his daughter? They never did end up bedding each other, did they? That would be really, really awkward now.
No, they didn't.
Figures.
She told me all about it.
Oh, God. Oh, wait.
I
you?
mean, no. Look, she was all over me until you pegged her dad, and you know, now she's had nothing, just wants nothing to do with me.
Tale as old as time, part 2. Well, I'm glad that you won't have to be dealing with Lloyd and his damnable lantern anymore. That's for sure.
Valentin's yelling. The halfling is still alive. No one saw a body. Valentin, your half-elf ears twitch a little bit as you hear someone talking about you from downstairs. You definitely heard your name mentioned.
You remember that time that we just arrived at that crypt? And I found that pearl, like right on the or like the gem, I can't remember what it was. But there was like something on the underside of the door, and I had pried it loose. Before I could even look at it, Valentin snatched it from my hands and gave it away.
Didn't he give it away to Beaky as well, or who was our
and then
friend?
she left.
And then she left.
She just
Fat lot of good it
disappeared
did
with
us
that
then.
item. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Valentin
I
was
would
never
argue-
one for thinking too far ahead.
I would like to point out, I was asking who could identify it, and she was the only one that spoke up.
And then she has kept it. I remember that. Good times.
Good times. That's all right. I harbor no hard feelings about it. Just thought it was funny.
I thought it was pretty funny too. Well, about your research. How much are
Yeah.
you still looking into that?
I mean, I've made a lot of progress, but I'm not sure. I'm finding the answers. I'm finding a lot of info that's not exactly getting me any closer to my goals. I know a lot more about the undead now. Learned how to... I've learned how to transfer souls a little bit better. I'm kind of concerned that we got a new party member who seems particularly concerned about the undead, and I'm worried they might have some issues with me, considering
We'll
that's
work
my
it out.
thing.
You always do. Besides, you don't necessarily know what their scruples are. You'll probably find out sooner rather than later what.
Thank you so much for the raid, Shog Mommy. We're currently having some player RP and interactions. Please carry on.
Fucking
Hey,
love that
Shog
name.
Mommy, what's up?
Shog
It's
Mommy.
Shog.
Shog mommy, hey.
Shog Mommy's another friend who plays Pathfinder and does Pathfinder
Oh
stuff.
hell yeah!
Mm.
Welcome in. Anyways, as I was saying about the undead,
Yes.
Thank you for the
I've-
follow. Thank you for the follow.
I've even learned how to bring a creature that was dead back to life.
Now that's some messy stuff.
Thank you for the follow.
Are you sure that
Indeed.
everything's okay?
It's incredible. I'm very excited about it. I'm just
Sure, but
I'm concerned about how people will react to it. Not everyone
I
takes to
mean-
undeath very kindly.
no, to a certain extent, you're playing God.
We're
Or
doing
that's
great,
the way
thank
a lot of people will see it.
I think it's all playing God. It's all a matter of just magic. I'm not controlling life and death. I'm just casting a spell, dragging a soul and sticking it in a body.
Sure, but the issue is that you don't really know what that soul has been through or what they have to say about it. When you drag someone in, you're doing just that. You're dragging them along for the ride.
But that's just the thing. I've learned how to talk to them as well. I can speak
Before
to a
or
soul.
after binding them?
I can speak to a soul that's already passed. If I can have access to their body.
Well, I think if you explain just that to them, then you shouldn't have much of an issue. It's a whole different story when you can actually ask for permission.
I love that you're having this conversation right in front of.
Right in front of who?
Sam.
Yeah, Sam's just sitting there, big and actual undead.
He hasn't said anything.
Nope.
He's just listening, just ignoring the huge skeleton in the room.
I'm also just. I mean.
Perks of being a skeleton, you just sit there and people don't notice you. Like, who
he's
notices
like
a skeleton in a room?
Yeah.
Deidre's like, they put up the Halloween decorations early
No,
this year.
I didn't know where we were. I figured if we were privately talking, we wouldn't be around other people.
Yeah, it's not like we're like
I've been
chatting
operating
loudly.
as if
we're
we're,
like,
like,
yeah, sitting, by ourselves,
secluded or
drinking
something.
together, like at a table. So unless people are like intentionally listening in on us, I think that
Yeah, it's a quiet
Kinda keeping to
conversation at a
ourselves.
bar.
yeah, because I'm talking about things that I'm concerned about other people, knowing
Feeling
about. So yeah,
a certain way about it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think this is very much so the cocktail effect. You can catch bits and pieces of stuff, but nothing.
especially as the more we
clear
drink, the
enough.
louder we talk.
Yeah.
Things like that.
The more I
We're
drink, the
still
louder I
pretty-
get too.
Oh wow, that's a terrifying concept.
Wink.
It just
What?
ends up being a full-on screech from him eventually.
I peek,
Yeah.
but
It's like-
not my mic in Discord. Just IRL, I peek.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, never mind. Ignore.
Nah, he peaked in high school.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not what she meant, but pervert. I'm dying.
Part of the crew, part of the ship. Well, only a matter of time to find out. Who else have you talked to? You got a new crew together, it sounds like?
Yeah, I do. It's even more of a bunch of misfits than the previous group, which is
As
kinda
you
hard to
as you
believe.
say that, I picture that I see fucking
Podge outside chasing a
I see
spider.
Podge outside chasing me, trying to catch a bug, and like saying, "Get in my mouth!" and, like
Yep.
running past it, like yeah.
And what-
Being a
look-
public nuisance.
They're
Yeah.
not only are they weirder, they're also hornier, which I didn't think was possible. But
We had
I'm
our
excited.
moments, but it was never that bad. You were a menace, young lady. Especially when you would come out with your other selves. How are they doing, by the way? Are they still there?
yeah, they're there. I mean, this. Thankfully, we've been pretty stress free, so they've been chilling. They seem okay, but I guess honestly, I'm the one who's doing okay for now. It'll all hinge on how well this mission goes.
I am so, and I cannot emphasize this enough. She puts her hand on your shoulder. Fucking proud of you.
Tears start to like well up in her eyes. Thanks.
You've worked so hard.
Yeah. It's the strength of our group helped me make it this far. And it's because of you guys that I feel strong enough to go out on my own now. Even though you're staying here.
She just gives your hand a squeeze. I imagine we keep talking or like redirect to more nonchalant things.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make sure other people can manage well.
Yeah, and role play as they wish.
Yes.
Sounds like just about everybody's done role-playing for the night. Meaning, eventually you all retire to your bedrooms, your rooms, wherever it is that you are going to be sleeping this evening. The morning comes
You'll
with
never
a
know.
flurry of activity. None of you have any time for further goodbyes or even a chance to talk to anyone, as Butler has everyone in a frenzy to get moving. The army is packing up, setting up to go. Captain Happy is barking and shouting orders. He looks like he still hasn't slept or taken a shower since the night before. The half of his beard that he had partially shaved has begun to grow back already. You note that he is actually wearing 2 different shoes.
Oh,
my
I love
God.
him.
Poor guy.
Despite his personal disarray, it seems that his professional standards are very upkept as he inspects the troops, and around 6 in the morning has everyone lined up and ready for your inspection, commanders. Gang's all here. He gestures to the assembled forces behind him just outside of Nessus.
Sandra is gonna has been studying a lot about warfare. I'm gonna make a lore warfare check to see if this group of soldiers seems to be in tidy order, because otherwise she wouldn't know.
Go ahead.
A 15.
They seem a little scruffy and ramshackle, but that is not Captain Happy's fault. These are, majority of the refugees are just in fact, refugees, and you only got a total of, 6 out of your 300 people are actually from the Immortals and are trained mercenaries. Everybody else are haphazard people displaced by the war in Cadron. Happy has already put them through some drills, though, which is quite impressive, that they've even managed to get lined up in a formation at all, considering the short time that everything was put together with. He must have stayed up all night in order to have this happen.
You've done a commendable job, Captain Happy, right?
I think it's
Who's
Captain
Captain?
now, yeah. Honestly, no offense, I'm having difficulties remembering non-battle specifics that we talked about last night.
That's understandable.
We have a week march ahead of us, commanders. He spits on the ground.
You gonna make it?
I'll be fine. I've marched worse.
He will be the first to collapse.
Do you think our
Butler.
soldiers will make it?
Oh,
Are they in shape to make that much?
yeah. The refugees that weren't in fighting shape are being kept in Nessus for the time being. I believe the big boss called it collateral.
Understood.
That talkative short lady, I forget her name, the merchant prince.
Yeah, she's gonna be dangerous.
She's paying our bills that she makes sure I get an extra ration of that hot brown juice that keeps me going, so...
Oh my god, you did not just fucking call it that hot brown juice. That is disgusting, River! I'm so sorry.
You
I
could-
didn't mean to interrupt, but that's so wildly because I can't.
Ask
Oh
him
my
why he
God.
called it that! Ask him why he called it that.
Why is it hot, and why did you call it that?
I wouldn't really call it coffee with the kind of swill that she has us drink. Honestly, I've been all around the world, all over Australia. You'd think the lady could spring for some decent Java, you know?
Okay, good. I thought it was booze. I was like, why are you talking about drinking hot brown?
No, the different hot
What's
brown
going on?
juice. The desert's
It's
too
hot brown
hot
juice,
for
not
mulled
spicy
whiskey.
brown juice.
Yeah, the desert's too hot for mulled whiskey. Even I'm not that much of a degenerate.
Well, seeing as
Okay,
everything's
no,
in
I'll-
shape and ready to go, I am ready. Do you have anything to add, Valenti?
No. Oh, you meant the... Yeah.
Yeah, happy
I-
you too. If you've got something to add, speak up.
I've separated them into divisions, each one of about 33 soldiers. It seemed important to keep that number.
Why specifically 33?
Good omen. Lucky number, especially in warfare. Things happen in threes, and we have exactly 333 troops. Figured it was a sign. I also have exactly 33 viewers right now, I just realized. So the number
Oh,
33
boy.
keeps repeating.
Nice.
It actually is a fortunate number in my games. 3s and 8s. 33 especially comes up a lot. Lore Masters of Hasalia, you will have counted, I believe, every time the number 33 has shown up. If any of you are in the chat right now.
Captain Happy, this might be just a silly little question, but you said every unit has exactly 33 units.
No.
How is that possible?
About. I've tried to keep it
okay.
as close to 33 each
I see.
as
All right.
possible. With 333 units total, we couldn't make the numbers work perfectly. Those squadrons are going to be kept to the rear, as their morale is actually lower than the 33 squads. They think
Gotcha.
it's a bad omen, bad luck, but really it was just random chance of the ones I didn't like.
Understood. Will morale drastically drop if we lose troops and suddenly our units no longer have 33?
Anytime anybody dies, morale is going to drop. Our first encounter with our first casualty is going to be catastrophic. The place that we're going is known for its extremely high mortality rate. To be honest, I'd be amazed if any of us, myself included, made it back alive. But I volunteered, so I'm going to get the job done.
I would appreciate if you'd keep comments like that away from the ears of our troops, even if they do know that that is what the truth is.
If you'd like, but I guarantee being honest and upfront with them will do more for their morale than trying to hide it. These people believe that they are fighting for a good cause till their last breath. Keeps them from breaking. You start obfuscating that and giving them actual hope of survival when they already expect none, you're more likely to get deserters. These boys all know that they're gonna die and agreed to come along with us anyways. Why lie?
Guess that's a fair point. You seem to know them well. Guess I'll leave it to you.
Anyways, to go over, each squadron has a sergeant to run it, and a lieutenant to provide logistical support to them. I've tried to include someone with some kind of spellcasting in every squadron, but that just wasn't possible, meaning we'll have to rely on traditional means of communication as opposed to magic. Of course, Butler is equipped with a magic item inside his body that allows him to cast long-range communication spells, so we can always communicate to and from using him as kind of our base. I'd keep him handy and in the rear at all times, or I would keep him with you directly where he'll be the most protected, commanders. Losing him would be catastrophic to the war effort.
Captain Happy.
That's my name.
If you're already preparing the troops for the worst case scenario, I would like it if you ran drills with them that was under less controlled measures, instead of them hitting straw figures that are not going to be fighting back, running more drills against each other and also putting them into more.
I have a drill planned for when we're in the encampment, where myself and the other immortals that have been sent are going to take on the entire army in guerrilla warfare.
Good.
In mock combat. Currently, though, I'm not even planning on doing any combat training while we're moving. It'll tire them out way too much before we get to the encampment. Instead, we're doing basic first aid training as well as brushing up on what potential threats that we could encounter in the Darklands. Knowledge is power in this case, I think.
Very good.
Thank you, Commander. Your praise means everything to me.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Nothing. It's just like staring into a mirror.
Alright. Any other further questions of Happy or Butler? Any final
Podge is just standing there, like, looking professional, but has no idea what anybody's talking about.
I was just about to...
Just trying to look
Podge, do you
like-
have any words to say as the third in command?
Got my eyes on you,
Oh, I
my guy.
nearly forgot. And Captain Happy kneels down in front of you, Podge, and reaches into his cloak.
Podge is looking at him like, what are you doing?
He pulls out a strip of vibrant red cloth and holds it out to you. I thought this would
thought he was
look
gonna
nice if
propose.
you were to wear this. And I thought that you'd like it.
Podge looks at him like, for a second, like, the fuck is this? This shit ain't even shiny. And then it's like, like, you can see the gears turning, and she's like, no, this was free. She's like, aw, heck, thanks. And she, like, ties it around her wrist, like a little, like, you know, little bow.
And I got stuff for the rest of you as well, actually. He says, standing up. To Valentin, he holds out a spare eye patch with an armored panel on the front of it.
An armored eye patch is awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
You should put on your eyes so you don't use that one.
Instead of needing to take it off as well, it has a little port window, so you can actually open up the little armored panel. It's got a really tiny little hinge.
Oh.
So it's like a visor.
Thank you.
Oasis.
Oh, boy.
He
I got
holds-
everyone gifts.
He holds a little tin watering can out to you. It's kind of dented. Not as nice as the other two gifts he's given so far.
Oh my god.
I'll take it gladly.
To Zandra, he holds out a single armored gauntlet.
She grabs it.
Your sword looked kind of heavy. I grabbed this out of our quartermaster's supplies when he weren't looking.
The sword that's floating by her.
He nods. You never know when you might need to grab a hold of it.
What is this?
It'll help you grasp
It's more
it.
than just...
It'll help you grasp it firmly. It's a locked gauntlet. And he shows that there is a little like slide on the underside of the wrist. If you pull it back, it'll lock the gauntlet in place and you won't be able to use that hand anymore, but you won't be able to drop anything in that hand.
Thank you.
I I didn't know what to get you, he says in front of Sam. So, here. And it's rock polish. I hope that you could use this on your bones.
Sam takes it and sort of pauses for a bit before going, I'll give it a try.
And, he holds out a small manual to you. It's our company's primer on, how to get along with people of varying ancestries without offending them.
Ugh.
I figured you'd need it.
Wait, who is this to?
You.
To you.
Surely that couldn't be me. Ancestries are not tied to the inherent evils of the undead.
Listen, lady.
No offense.
My company works with artificial beings fused with flesh on the daily. It'll help you with the skeleton, too. Just, apply the lessons.
Whatever makes you feel better.
I mean, this doesn't. Nothing makes me feel better, really.
I was about to say I think that's a hard thing to accomplish, but
Yeah, it's more for
I
you than it is
appreciate
for me.
the truthfulness.
Why lie? We'll all be dead soon anyways.
Oh my god. This fucking guy!
And,
I like him.
with that, Captain Happy says, Alright, commanders, with your leave, I'm going to attend to the men and women. I know the operation is Operation Spit Roast, but morale might be able to improve if you gave some kind of a name to the army. We are going to be working together for quite some time. Cadron Liberation Force, or I don't know.
The army of very cool dudes, gender neutral. I'll workshop it.
I recommend Valentin's Voyagers, personally.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I was... Well... I think... we're going to succeed against all odds. And that's what I think we should be named.
Success against all odds.
I mean, I was going to shorten it to get against all odds, but sure, we can go for a long version.
How about Destiny Defiers?
Huh?
I don't know. I still like the army of really cool dudes, gender neutral.
I'm partial to Valentin's Voyagers still.
Oh dear.
It's shortened into my JJs.
What?
Suggestion! We could combine all the names together!
That sounds like an awful idea.
My brain's not that big.
What would it sound like then?
Calculating. Processing time, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna be asleep by then.
So, the name?
I liked Against All Odds. Or Destined Defiers. Those are both good.
Okay, we've narrowed it down to 2. I guess that makes you the tie-breaking vote, he says, looking at Podge.
Oh, God.
I'm still workshopping it.
We'll workshop it.
Alright, well. Let me know for when. Destiny Defiers, at least, we can call ourselves DD. Why is that name so familiar?
Ooh, I do kind of like that.
Actually?
Double D!
Yeah.
Codename Double D.
I'm more solidified on Double D now. Yeah.
Double D and Operation Spit Roast.
I was about to say, almost think that this should be called Operation Titfuck now.
Oh, God. That's too on the nose.
Yes.
I wouldn't call it on the nose, Undyne. Not until the finish, at least.
Yeah, you're
Let's see. Alright. Anything final? Going once? Going twice? Thrice? Your army heads out from Nessus. Spirits are strangely morose, but still high. The Cadron refugees that comprise the bulk of your army are eager to return home. They are armed with actually decent weaponry, as the Immortals managed to secure, through Butler, a decent supply chain. Nobody is equipped with pitchforks, pots, or pans in this group. The majority of the Cadron refugees seem to have opted for hammers and war picks, being that they are mostly dwarves, gnomes, and other underground races. Ancestries, sorry.
Ancestries.
Thank you. Despite their somber attitude, they all seem focused and determined, which makes, as Butler suggested, Captain Happy one of the best people to lead them, being as he is probably the most depressedly determined person here.
I love that for him.
Your travel over the week is almost entirely uneventful. Any sort of threats within the desert are dealt with swiftly and without mercy by your army, as you guys are kept pretty far away from any actual combat or issues. This gives your army a little bit of combat experience, and while there are some wounded in the various encounters with a few bandits, maybe a fire elemental, things like that, none of your number fall. Yet Captain Happy made some very good rolls on his leadership checks to keep the army intact.
Apparently.
In this week, the Cadron refugees in this week of travel and some test combat have really come together and seem to understand basic formations now, as well as the basic ins and outs of being in an army. Chain of command has still been issue, and every now and then there would be a few squabbles or fights, and Captain Happy's problem for dealing with Captain Happy's solution for dealing with interpersonal problems leaves a little bit to be desired, as he just prescribes extra booze rations to any troublemakers, though it does seem to settle them down.
I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, it's working.
And soon you guys arrive at the refugee encampments, where Captain Happy is ready to bid you all adieu. During this week of travel together, do any of you guys have any interesting moments? Does anyone get into an argument or a fight? Does anybody want to talk about what they have coming up ahead? Does anybody share a moment under the stars to talk about their motivations and backstory? Does Sly ever introduce himself?
I think that it seems like we're just somberly marching on, or
It does.
chugging along.
I mean, I assume that they're
Trying to fill space because
There's-
I don't have the Fantasy Grounds books yet, so I don't have the maps for the upcoming battle.
yeah.
I think that's okay.
Well, I mean, it's 6:45 a.m. here, so
we can wrap up a little
Yeah,
early.
it's
Time to
late.
wrap up.
Why don't we wrap up a little early then? Regardless, you all, let me describe the scene. The hot desert shifting sands is slowly cooling as you get closer and closer to the mountains in the distance, the towering peaks of Cadron, in which is the series of interconnected tunnels where the country once called home. It looms over you, an ominous shadow that you get deeper and deeper into, the closer that you get to them. The desert here has a strange effect, with sand mixed with falling snow every now and then that's blown off the high peaks of Cadron. Does anyone have a passive perception higher than a 22?
No.
Close.
It could be tied with
I have it.
22.
No, I have 21.
I'm also 21.
Mine's 20.
Those of you under that passive perception, that first night you camp in the shadow of the peaks, all of you feel as if you're being watched in an uncanny, comfortable way. The wind whistling through the holes and the gaps within the mountain passes, and the giant cave tunnels you're able to see even from this distance, whistles and screeches at all of you. Captain Happy, prepared to this, hands out earplugs among the Cadron refugees and your group. Apparently it's going to get easier once we're actually inside the tunnels, but out here that wind whistling is obnoxious, to say the least. Not that it matters for me, I was unlikely to sleep anyways.
How long has it been since you actually slept?
Define actually.
Longer than 2 hours at a time?
He shrugs. I generally take a 20-minute power nap every 2 hours.
Oh no, it's too real.
That's enough to get me by, I guess. I haven't died yet. The booze prevents the worst of the sleep deprivation hallucinations.
Oh, but those are the fun part.
Really?
Yeah.
A stretch, thank you. Chicarita. Ugh. Oh, my neck. Alright. With that, the camp gets settled down to sleep. And one thing that you note that's a little strange, none of you dream that night. Most of your characters, some of you probably dream nightly. For some reason, you don't that night. Nobody does.
Oh, that freaks me out.
Yeah. When Podge wakes up, she's like visibly disturbed by this, like really shaken by it.
But yeah, not a single one of you dreamt. And if any of you are worried enough that you check with the rest of the army, not a single person can recall having a dream.
Could I? I don't know. Is occultism something I could for it?
Occultism? Yeah.
Occultism?
Occultism?
Of course.
Occult, yeah.
Yeah, roll me an occultism.
Zandra will also do an occultism.
Yeah, I'd also like to.
Oh, I got in that one. So there it is. There's for the first time it's important.
That means he gets to lie to you now.
Yeah. Well, I have dubious knowledge. So
Go ahead and make something up for me, Zandra.
That's
Isn't dubious knowledge only when it's a fail and not a critical fail?
Oh yeah, but not critically fail. Okay, never mind. Yeah,
that's a
so-
29.
I got a 23.
Jesus Christ, rolls in Pathfinder really do be high. With a 29 and a 23, the two of you on discussing this feature come to a few different conclusions, as there's a lot of reasons why someone in a large group may not dream. It could mean that this area is under a very, very strong occult magical effect. It could mean that this area for somehow has become beyond the reach of the god of dreams. It could mean that there is something actively feeding on dreams within a certain mile radius. And one more important thing it could mean that you are no longer on the physical realm, the material realm. You could have transferred realms or planes somehow.
Well, that's not great.
You'll need more information to narrow it down. The way to do so would be making a few other sorts of tests to scientifically sort of see, by process of elimination, which ones it isn't.
1 second. I'm just checking something.
Go ahead. Oh, also, one more thing. With that occultism, just remembering and recalling something from before, the number 33 is particularly important to fey creatures, as 3s and 8s symbolize infinity to them. 3 because it's an 8 if you cut it in half.
Gotcha.
Can I try to, like, detect... Well, I have, like, detect magic.
That would narrow down a few things if you were to cast detect magic, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
in
cast
Pathfinder,
detect magic.
In Pathfinder, is it items or magical effects and fields as well? Because in D&D, it's only items.
Let me see.
Is it both?
The presence of magic.
Yeah, it's just a big pulse of like a 30-foot emanation.
And then if you keep concentrating on it after a certain number of rounds, you can specify certain things.
Yeah.
Like school.
Well, I
direction.
also can try and identify magic, like with my Arcana skill.
So, first off, a few things ping magic in your immediate vicinity that you were already aware of. Magic items the party is carrying. Basically, the entirety of Butler is a magic item, technically. And one more thing that causes your heart to drop all the way down to your feet and your gut suddenly. As you cast Detect Magic, you can kind of see magical forces and energy as well as the currents from which they flow. And now that you're able to see it, you can see this mixture, a technicolor dreamscape of varying magical energies flowing off the top of the Cadron Mountains, leaking like noxious gas out of each one of the cavernous pores in the sides of the mountain, and beginning to flow across the desert into the area where you're all at. This is the largest magical effect you've ever seen in your life, so much so that it doesn't matter that you're not 30 feet, that you're not within 30 feet of it, because this entire effect encompasses the 1,000 of miles, just as the crow flies, that the mountains encompass. It's not just one source.
Try to, like, identify some of it, like...
It is
I don't know if that would be
every
helpful.
singular school of magic from every singular realm it could be possibly from.
Okay.
You can see fey magical colors mixing in with the deep harsh reds of the infernal realms. You see the divine bright gold dancing amongst demonic magic and energies. It is an everything bagel of bad magical energy coalescing,
That
colliding,
everything bagel.
and swaying all around the mountain.
Do you share any of this with us, Pudge?
Yeah, I'm looking, like, really shaken, like the color has drained from my face, and I'm, like, explaining that this is not good. This is, like, noxious fumes of magic everywhere.
More importantly, roll me an Arcana, please.
Okay.
I was gonna say, as Zandra sees this happening, Pod, she will also cast Detect Magic, well she knows, and will also roll Arcana. That's okay.
Yeah, of course.
27.
I only got a 19.
One thing that really worries you, Podge, is that judging by the way that the magical energy is piling up, it is spreading. It is leaking into the desert and then continuing to spread outwards. The effect likely was only regulated to the mountains at first. Now it's probably a good mile out from them total.
Okay, so the way I explain this to the group is I'm like, okay, you guys ever seen a volcano? You ever seen like a geyser? You ever seen
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you know how, like, when it shoots and it goes everywhere?
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind
Fucking
of
hell.
it's kind of like that, and it's still going, and it's moving, and it's schmoving. Like, this shit is everywhere. This is a mess. You're covered in it right now.
Because of all of the magical feedback too, this means that normally entities that are capable of omnipotence, so gods, very powerful devil lords, demons, and such like that, are going to be blinded. They won't be able to see anything going on within the mountain unless they're working through intermediaries that they could see through.
and you said it's spreading.
Yep, it is leaking outwards. Tabletop Rolls, thank you so much for the raid. The party have come to a very fucked up mountain and are currently investigating with an army behind
Fuck
them
mountain!
to invade the mountain. Carry on, Punch.
Fuck mountain.
Question-
Fuck mountain.
Question: Would this say affect someone's patron?
No, you're an intermediary, meaning that your patron is going to be able to see through you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
also, it's only the top most powerful extreme entities aren't going to be able to see the mountain, because think of it like wearing night vision goggles and then getting flashbanged. It probably sucks. However, creatures that have, like, the ability to see through magical, like, energy in the first place, but not, like, as much as a god, like they could partially see through, are going to have their abilities enhanced. So lesser devils, lesser demons, lesser fae, things like that, will be able to use this magical soup to extend their influence. Whereas more powerful creatures are going to be too stunned by the change in environment to really do anything.
Gotcha.
I don't think any of my mods are here, so I'm going to shout you out myself, Tabletop Rolls. I hope that you had an excellent stream. This would be a great time to continue to roleplay or ask more questions and make rolls on the weird mountain.
Then we have an even bigger reason to stop whatever's going on in there, because eventually it's going to spread to more than just Cajun.
If all this magic is escaping from here, where could it also possibly be coming from?
I wonder if the Darklands creatures cracked a ley line.
Coming from the very land itself? From the magical weaves?
Like some primal multiversal magic.
Seems pretty juicy.
Maybe when the earthquakes happened that connected the Darklands to...
Cadron,
thank you. When it connected Cadron to the Darklands, maybe it also opened up those ley lines.
When did the era of glass start again?
5 years ago.
So the same time as
Cadron fell.
when Cadron fell.
And Ajin Shu finally declared peace amongst all its warring provinces.
I see.
Perhaps this would
Okay.
Next time.
Yep. Alright, we are going to wrap up now.
reached 10,000 years.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Yeah, you sound like Captain Happy now. Thank you guys so much for coming. Tomorrow I have the day off, so I won't be streaming anything. But we'll be back on Friday with, I think it is Troubleshooters, my Cyberpunk Red game that we'll be playing. So make sure to tune in for that. Big thank you again to all the lovely players, especially Phoebe Bain, for teaching us how to play Pathfinder tonight. We should have all the books on Fantasy Grounds for next time, so there will be a map, there will be the VTT that of choice that I use, and more. You can check out Fantasy Grounds there. And yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more content with Paizo in the future, considering that we are working together with them now to come up with all sorts of really cool stuff in the future. Thank you everyone again for coming. Oh, and remember too, if you can spare some time, check out Puzzles and Survival. They're currently sponsoring the stream. The money goes towards like continuing to buy stuff for my D&D games, maps, music, artwork, and more. So consider checking it out. We're one person away from completing the first tier goal, and I'll be streaming the game again either on Sunday. I think it's Sunday I'm streaming it again. So pop in, say hi, and thank you guys so much. See you on Friday. Bye.